is here for Jocelyn is that they have a lot of food here that can essentially just
given back across the board there. And yeah, we also get the Skyward Blade pulled out that could land in the hands of Xingqiu. And yet, even more healing cards get pulled out.
But here you go, going back to the roll phase. Let's find out which what's
the scribe's work is simple,
mana in
which is
this
exactly
round.
why I took
just
the
having
position.
a little bit of difficulty into the side of Kate misses some what do you call that stream, but we are doing our best, you know.
I mean, it's all we ever do, to be honest. It's all you ever do, JJ. That's all I appreciate. So let's go. We've got the hydro pulls, right? The cryo pulls all across the board. Got a free pull there as well on either of the heals. And here you can see the other side. There is a lot of utility in terms of getting those extra die available. And so different approaches here. Constant healing for Jocelyn, but Kate Miss wants to do bomb damage. So can he do this without taking one step forward and two steps back?
Well, that is the thing, right? That is what we're going to be seeing this time around. But here comes the Skyward Sword going to be going into Xingqiu, as you have mentioned, you know, giving +1 HP and a maximum of twice per round after getting hit. But, let's find out if they're going to be switching. I think at this point on, they've already set up Xingqiu, maybe perhaps even putting one more artifact in that so that it can, you know, sweep up after using, of course, its burst. However, again, as you had mentioned earlier as well, we do have the sweeper that is the Ganyu in this deck in particular to, you know, well, freeze opponents and then immediately after just, you know, sweep away, you know, everyone into the side of Katniss.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like, you don't really get without an Anemo on your team, it's hard to do damage across the scene unless you're using superconduct or the likes. Ganyu solves that problem like in every situation. Also, Ganyu's ult has a summon, and so the constant application of cryo, hydro, it means you have to skip your entire turn. The freeze can be deadly to bomb teams like this.
Yeah, especially that whenever you get frozen, right, you cannot really like attack with that active character. And if you do, however, you know, try to switch up, if you don't have a quick a fast action for switching, then you're essentially just giving up the turn.
Exactly. And it is going to cost you one of your precious die as well. And so there's so many reasons why the freeze comp is so useful at this point. And Justin seems to have done his homework. He seems to know that is the case. I'd like to see Kate Miss somehow try and take advantage of the situation he's currently in. He can get the ult popped off if he sacrifices 2 bits of his, 2 of his cards. After this, of course, 2 of his cards. Damage. That sinks you down to 4. Doesn't matter. Down to 5. Sorry, and 6 after a little heal. Of course, that is 4 damage. That sinks you down to 4. Doesn't matter. Down to.
Unfortunately, Xingqiu wouldn't have. Sorry, Jocelyn wouldn't have enough die. You know, Jocelyn wouldn't have enough die, you know, for them to be able to get that burst. But going in with the Paimon, but. I feel like it's gonna be, you know, the bestest travel companion at this point in the game. Feels like a bit of a waste, though. Getting this burst will definitely have them be able to set this, you know, this the effect of the burst off from Xingqiu here, as early as now, than just waiting for the next round. So, just switching in and out is all they need to do immediately after this.
Yeah, that is precisely what's going to happen here. 5 seconds left on the clock. Oh, you switched? Ooh. Why?
Yeah, again, like they could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, they could have like again set up that burst from the Xingqiu and then immediately just like have Ganyu, you know, do whatever Ganyu does to get the freeze to essentially everyone into the side of Kate Miss.
Oh, that's a big hit to take on your Ganyu as well. That's your main damage dealer. It's going to use the Blossom for just a bit of shielding, and because you can see it only does 1 bit of damage,
right?
And a little heal up as well, back up to 8 HP after that big hit taken. So not too big a deal, and that shield is going to provide a little bit more security to work with as well. So I suppose it was the choice was made not lightly,
right? I mean, again, as you have mentioned, it is the sweeper in this set for Jocelyn, and having that much of a damage immediately, especially that Kate Miss still has like, well, they are still in the advantage across the board. They have most of the burst. They have catching ready with the ult. Ready with the burst as well, and then we have the HPs as well into the side, right, of Kate Miss, but they're going to be playing the Liben as well in the process, and setting up everyone into the side of Kate Miss. Now, the disadvantage, however, that Jocelyn is in right now is looking pretty dire in his situation.
Could pull one of these heals. It will heal the lowest HP character that you have, which would be Xingqiu getting 2 HP back, but instead wants to heal the active character. Fair enough.
Right.
And so, yeah, Ganyu will be up and healthy once again. Xingqiu gets that HP back as well, and Barbara's at full HP, and they're full up. That is an annoying team indeed. 2 more heals. That's 2 heals. This is another thing, right? You can't have a super conduct and have those 2 cards, because you need double Hydro to pull those healing Hydro die. So having 2 of them in hand, that is incredibly annoying. Kate Miss has another good pull there, 4 Omni dice and 1 Electro that Keqing can use.
Right. Ooh, that's gonna be really, again, Jocelyn still on the disadvantage at the moment. It's really gonna be of a really hard situation for them, especially even if they do, right? Even if you do have a lot of like healing cards here into the side of Jocelyn. If you just keep on getting hit, you're just going to be wasting your resources. And with that being said, we're going to be seeing the elemental skill here from the catching into that of the Ganyu. And now Jocelyn wanting to switch in. Maybe perhaps now is the time that they, open up the burst for Xingqiu.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to be the case. Has just the right amount of die. There's a 3 hit off the back of that as well.
There we go.
Xingqiu's burst, and there you go. Extra Hydro damage per turn for the next, 3 turns, I think? And so that will be applied alongside Ganyu, but we still have a bit of utility that Barbara can use as well. She's 1 point on that ult meter, and I've noticed Justin doesn't really use any ult supplements, so for the burst, at the very least, would have to use Barbara's elemental skill a couple more times just to get that extra value back into it. But yeah, Ganyu is ready to do the damage. Keqing can't be used for this round, and that 1 extra Electro die will have no purpose here. That ult as well for Keqing can't be used.
Well, at this point on, right, like, I do understand why there was a switch into that of the Bennett coming from the side of Kate Miss, just because of the fact that they've already used the catching skill. Now, after using catching skills, of course, they are going to be getting the skill card, right, coming from catching, so that they can just, like, essentially use its skill once again anytime that they want, as long as they have, of course, the die requirements, even if they are on the, other active cards. So at this point,
to be fair,
at this point, they're just like waiting for the freeze status to be, removed, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. The that ult for Keqing can be a big problem on the next round if there is pyro applied to a couple of these players. Turn has to be ended there. Nothing to use available. A switch out just to do a little bit of extra damage. It's a normal hit. And an extra 2 as well. Bennett's down very, very low. The good thing for Kate Miss is he gets to move first on the next round.
Wow, this is beautiful. Now, both of these teams, as we can see as well, are just like really stalling really hard right now, getting all these healings. We have the Cathedral and, of course, Wangshu in as well. So, we're going to see another full health here for Xingqiu, and, 9 health into the side of Ganyu by the end of this turn. And there we go. Beautiful.
That is a 3-star bow that's just been pulled again. You can pick up on as well. So even more annoying if the pull is right. I just saw 5 Dendro dice get pulled. Yeah, you have to switch out a number of those die. Not the best pull on such an important round. And yeah, 2 rerolls, always good. As for Kate Miss, that's 4 That's 4 usable. Actually, thanks to the mysterious vendor, 2 extra Omni die available here for Kate Miss, and so perhaps the bomb is ready to go off.
Ooh, but that is going to be quite a lot here. Here comes the burst coming in from the Bennett, and going to be able to deal some damage into the Shang-Chu, though still not going to be enough. Though this is going to be the final turn for the Bennett. Oh wait, no. Actually, no, not quite yet. Not quite yet. There's no elemental, what do you call this? Reaction. Unfortunately, leaving that into just 1 HP.
That's plenty.
It is still plenty though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much you can do with just 1 HP.
Let's find out though. If Ganyu though would have access to its, skill as well, that will be enough to take down this Bennett, even if the active character is gonna be a different character into the side of Kate Miss. Though I don't think that's going to be done here. I think this might be the final round here for for the Bennett into the side of Kate Miss. Regardless.
Well, let's see. What do you pull, Kate Miss? It's with the current hand, right? Okay, there you go. So artifact being applied here onto Bennett. And so hoping for a little bit of HP back. That's a nice little hit there. 5 HP down and a little bit of a heal as well. Plus another 2. Yeah, there you go. That is some good recovery available. I don't know how far this damage goes though.
That is quite beautiful into the side of Kate Miss, but unfortunately we just 1 more hit from the Shang-Chu. That's gonna be it. Here comes another just a normal attack. But of course with the burst side effect as well, that's going to end the life of Bennett. Unfortunately, as I have mentioned, the final round here for Bennett, but I haven't lost yet, is going to be played here to get its extra charge. But the question here is, does Kate Miss actually have enough die to do a burst this round? No, not quite yet. They ended it around now. Yeah. There we go. So here's going to be the thing here, right? Like, Kate Miss is preparing this catching to do a burst immediately in the next round. Unfortunately, though, it is Jocelyn that actually got in, the first one to end the round. So they're going to be attacking first.
Oh, I'll have to get rid of those die. Really need a lot more cryo die available. And the fact that you get a double reroll, that's super useful, but only 4 cryo, you don't get to use frost flakes, and that's the most important thing for Justin to use right now. This burst, there's going to be some extra damage done thanks to the overload over onto Xingqiu. But look how Justin has been maintaining that HP. They're all practically full.
Yeah, I mean, Justin was able to turn the game around, because like earlier on it was Kate Miss that had the advantage there for the HP, but like Jocelyn, however, well, again, they turned the games around, they turned the tables around Kate Miss, even actually having one card advantage of the numbers against Kate Miss in the process.
These dice left over for Jocelyn, then there is a switch available. Could always do that just to get some extra damage done. But pretty much that round is over for Jocelyn. Kate Miss, he can see that Hydra application is complete. Will be able to use the ult, and so that elemental burst that could do some damage. It's just such a shame that there's no available reactions here. That could be way more damage. Luckily, you still have Bennett's effect ongoing for Keqing, but this is not maximized, and this is because of what Jocelyn is forcing Kate Miss to play to. Kate Miss has to keep playing reactively, and being forced, actually literally forcing your hand by Jocelyn, that is how you play card games.
No, yeah, for sure. And it's not any different with Genshin Impact, with Genius Invocation, right? But here comes the play here. We're gonna be seeing another food here just to, get this buffs up into. Wow, actually, we haven't seen Jocelyn again since earlier. Trying to set up this Ganyu has been quite a huge hurdle to set up this Ganyu, but now that the Bennett is out, they are essentially, well, virtually full of HP as well. Everyone is still complete, does have charges as well in the process. They, well, again, they have all the advantages in the world right now. Kate Miss cannot miss this at this point.
Let's see what you pull, Kate. Kate missed. You're out of pretty much any reaction options.
Right.
And even doing the damage here, there's a lot of HP recovery opportunities for Justin. You can already see those hopes are starting to dwindle here. And losing Bennett earlier on, big pain. This is good. Adeptus Temptation, +3 damage to the ult. And that's across the board, 3, 6, and 3.
That is 3, 6, 3 damage. But here comes some recoveries as well. Still, +2 from Ganyu while dishing out damage might not be enough, but it doesn't matter because Jocelyn still has a lot of lead here.
Yep, all 3 units still available. HP recovered as well.
Ooh, this is looking pretty dire for Kate Miss right now.
Game is getting more and more painful. Kate Miss, like both units now are susceptible to freeze, and so potentially in this round we could get 2 freezes and then free damage being applied as well. No way to really do anything about it.
Freeze into the side, right, of both of the characters, actually, both of the cards here into the side of Kate Misses. And as you have mentioned, if and only if Jocelyn does that, then, well, Kate Miss wouldn't be able to do anything at all with the rage that Jocelyn is going to be, bringing upon them.
Actually, one problem for Justin so far has been the fact that he's been getting some unlucky die. He keeps pulling 3 to 4 die that just don't seem to be going in his favor. That's why those extra rolls, I think he's run into the situation time and time again. Ganyu's burst is available here as well if they want to do some post-round damage.
Right.
Problem with that is you can remove a reaction, so going into the next round, it becomes a bit of a problem if you want to start applying freeze again because you already removed one of the hydros or one of the cryos up to that point. So yeah, it is a choice, but Justin does not have to use that burst.
Yeah, but if they're gonna be going in for the if they're gonna be going in for the Ganyu burst, right? At the very least, they would be able to ensure freeze by the end of the round because of the summon.
Yep. Okay, if you lead into the end of the round with a frozen character, then they will have no effects on top of them.
Oh no! Well,
so they have to get hit by the Hydra afterwards.
Right. But even if that's the case, for as long as you get cryo affliction, that is more than enough. Coming in from the side of Jocelyn, especially 100%. Especially if they have all of the they still have all their characters across the board.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities to apply more Hydro. You can see here as well. Something that Justin keeps doing is keeps pulling up the history, making sure he's keeping track of what cards have been applied, what effects have been applied. And so, shield broken for the Fatui agent.
And now they're going to be able, Justin is going to be able to damage this Fatui agent now. Here you go. Here comes a Prowl. No damage. But they're going to be getting back their shield, actually. Their armor.
Oh, Skyward Harp. Do you want to put that on the Ganyu?
Still doesn't have any weapons into the Ganyu, but with honestly, if they want to play this right now, they can. There wouldn't be a lot of repercussions for the side of Jocelyn, just because of the fact that they they're still in the lead and they can end the turn as early as now. Being the first one to, you know, attack first on the next round.
Well, those are the choices. That is the trade-off, and there's no damage really available for Kate Miss at this point. But that little bit of extra damage, especially on normal hits as well, could be a big bolster. So Justin's gone for it. Extra healing will be applied to Ganyu in this round, and one more. You know, just for safe measure, of course, Barbara is going to be absolutely fine here. The summon is going to provide HP as well. Jocelyn's self-sustain at this point is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. And at the same time, Jocelyn might have been in on that very disadvantageous side at, earlier, quite recently. Having 10 HPs for both of the characters here for Kate Miss, but having those aggression, having the, there we go. Having the offensive pressure against Kate Miss is what's more important for Jocelyn at the moment, because that way Kate Miss, is ensured to not be doing anything against Jocelyn. Just the
I know in Kate Miss's yeah, exactly. In Kate Miss's shoes right now, I think anyone would be frustrated.
No, yeah, like anything that you do is just getting negated with all these self-sustaining cards and effects, coming in from the side of Jocelyn. So this is going to be a battle of whoever's going to, exhaust their resources first. Here comes another food. Just some buffs.
It's all the buffs, all the food, just everything to keep ahead. And Jocelyn plays a lot more carefully than I think Kate Miss was anticipating. The damage, you notice, it comes up very slowly,
right?
But there's no overtime in this game that can punish you for going too many rounds, or whatever else. Jocelyn isn't going for speed here. He doesn't have to go for speed. Round 8, and he's already taken one down. He's trying to wear down these others, but the damage is coming in very slowly right now.
Yeah, especially that we are currently too late in the game right now. It's very, very rare for games to go this long in Genius Invocation, but if we do reach this very, very late in the game, then we are almost at the end of the tunnel.
Do we see the light?
That is the big question, my dude. That is the big question. Yeah. There's not much just going on right now. Again, Kate Miss doesn't have that much of a damage against Jocelyn. But Jocelyn, though, doing some damage once again. But here comes the burst. Oh, and here comes the freeze as well. But at this point on, they really can't do anything at all, aside from putting down that cathedral and perhaps getting in one more hydro die here. But even if they do get it, they're just gonna be putting that just throwing it out as a waste. But here comes another cathedral here, gonna be going down into the side of Kate Miss just to sustain themselves by the end of the round. There we go.
Yeah, smart move from Kate Miss. Give some HP back into your Kaching. Put the salesman down just to get those extra die in the future, as well as the die investment with the Paimon. So with these cards up, Kate Miss is once again trying to prepare that burst damage that keeps being taken away from the potential moves here. And you can see as well, Justin does have one of these cards. It has Hu Tao on it, right? That is, of course, to take care of summons that come through. But neither of these characters can pull a summon, so that can be spent. That can be spent off. We haven't seen it be used quite like that yet, but that is a potential strat that may be employed here by Jocelyn.
Right. Oh, my apologies. We weren't able to see the rolls here for. Let's take a look at that in just a bit, quite briefly. Okay, getting 10 dies here, having access to what, 5 5 Omni die? Was it 5? Yes, it is actually 5.
Some good damage can be applied thanks to the conduct, to the electrify. That is, of course, hydro and electro combined. So it is one of our rare opportunities to see damage get applied across the board, but it has been happening very rarely. It's hard to get hydro application onto Xingqiu, onto anyone here when you don't have a hydro character available for you.
No, yeah, for
And
sure.
so Jocelyn,
It's what would you what would you then be thinking, right? What would you be feeling, Jaeger, if you were on the shoes of Kate Miss? I think that is a very good question that we can make our viewers understand right now.
well, sitting in Camus's shoes, you have to keep seeing the fact that, first of all, you've lost Bennett, and so
Right.
you don't get that extra effect, right, from that burst. The other thing is, every time you ready up your burst on Keqing, you can't use it because you get frozen. The other thing is, this Fatui agent really hasn't got
Oh wow.
a lot of mileage.
Right.
So non-stop, you are feeling like you're not doing anything to
Right.
Jocelyn.
No, yeah, for sure. Again, the mental fatigue and the mental pressure that Jocelyn is, enforcing against Kate Miss. And at this point on, again, we are at the very late game now where both of these players won't be able to draw any more cards because Jocelyn is already on his last card that will be pulled, that can be pulled rather, and Kate Miss doesn't even have any cards anymore. On the deck.
Yep.
Elemental skill.
Top decking at this point, and once again, good damage applied. But HP straight back, and look at the cards available as well. So much HP is going to get fed straight back into Xingqiu. The damage is always just not enough. Can't do a dice switch here. Can use the ult again if he wants to. That burst for the extra hydro application.
Yeah.
Keqing could be looking at the end of her life here.
Right, especially that they can just use in one more of the card here, just to get in some what do you call that? The hydro die. Well, Jocelyn can always do that, and in all honesty, at this point, whatever they do against Keqing, it is going to be the final the final round for the Keqing. But unfortunately, they want to make him suffer. They want to make that Keqing suffer.
Oh, that's not the role. I don't think that's the role he was looking for.
And now, with that being said, they are now going to be, wasting a card here to, transmute it to their own, what do you call this? Element. But okay, that's what you wanted as well, right? If that's what you wanted, that is the burst coming in from the Xingqiu. But at this point on, I think Jocelyn's next move will be to end the round, rather not the turn. But no, actually no, not it is. They want to take in one more with them before the end of the round, and that's gonna be it. Beautiful calculations coming in from Jocelyn.
I didn't even realize that was a choice there. The fact that keeps the hydro die, the extra hydro die, just to use the normal attack to take care of Keqing. Now it's down to the Fatui agent. Full on HP, but there is an available reaction.
Mm-hmm.
The Fatui agent is a pyro, and so if Ganyu comes up, that is potentially there for that extra damage. But there are no damage multipliers applied. We don't have any artifacts applied. So this is just going to be purely the Fatui trying to do its own thing.
Right, and man, I have to agree with you there as well, that I wasn't able to see what Jocelyn was seeing at that last turn, and being able to just ensure that they have one more die left so that they can attack normally after using the burst as well. That was quite an amazing turn for Jocelyn, showing us how great they are at the moment. But look at that, that's 2 downs right now inside of Kate Miss, and Fatui Agent is going to be the last one standing. But with that being said, Kate Miss almost going to be out of resources. The only resources that they're going to have would be their dice, and of course the ones left of their cards in their hand. But other than that, it is a losing battle for Kate Miss right now.
Yeah, this looks like, after what's been the longest game of TCG I've ever seen in my life,
No, yeah.
I think we are actually coming down the slide now.
I think I think we have had 30 minutes now, 35. Is it? I'm
this is insane for a TCG game. But yeah, Jocelyn just being extra careful, wants to make sure that win is his, like, uncontestedly, ultimately, because any small mistake can suddenly change this game.
Right. No, yeah, for sure. Again, normally in a TCG game, right? And it's most especially for Genius Invocation, it usually just lasts 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but this is triple of that.
Oh, you have choices. The Hydro die is still available, so a normal attack from Barbara is possible. Could also put up the Hydro and then sacrifice the 2 cards, use Barbara's ult, her burst, to get the HP back in. But I don't think at this point Justin really has to worry about nursing his HP, more so he does just clearing out the Fatui agent to make sure there's no more available damage coming through from a freeze, and then just pave the way home.
No, yeah, but at the same time, they can, if they really want to guarantee, taking in the next round, because again, getting all those HPs up, while, that may be a sacrifice for the Fatui to, get some damage in, but still having those, having that, ability, that capability to just sustain yourself is just, unbreakable for Jocelyn right now. I think I am currently seeing why Jocelyn hasn't been, or at least has been unbeatable up until this point of the tournament. Again, 6-0 before the top cut.
And it's looking like it's about to be a 7-0 after this.
Right.
Deal 4, deal 2 piercing, and the extra damage from Xingqiu. There's potential for the Ganyu to get that HP down to 2 in one turn, if the right die are rolled.
Here we go. We got 3 Omni dice, 1 Cryo, 3 Hydra. Oh my goodness. This is going to be very detrimental into the side of Kate Miss. And now, that is it. Just going to be a skill here. Not gonna be of anything, really. Still has access to the burst here. Actually, for everyone, really. Xingqiu, Ganyu, and, we have the Barbara as well. Everyone is available for their burst, but I don't really see why they should be switching right now. Well, I mean, they cannot, really put up some damage anyway, with the Hydro Infliction into the side of the Fatui. So that's understandable. But going back into Xingqiu, though.
Always trying to avoid any of the characters that have a status over their head. Electro, Pyro application. Not like there's a Pyro on Pyro application, unless this Fatui agent has something else up his sleeve at this point. Very few of the characters have 2 elemental abilities, not like the Magi Tenkai and things like that, where you can get a Cryo and an Anemo. So yeah, not too big a risk when it comes to the Fatui agent. Jocelyn trying to decide what to do on this turn. Could activate the ult again, could just go for a bit of damage here. Completely up to him at this point. He has not used his Ganyu for a very long time.
And here you go. Just waiting for Kate Miss to, do their attack. So let's find out what they're going to be going in here for. Fatui agent attacking. Again, that's Xingqiu. But with that being said, there isn't really anything that this Fatui is doing. And look at that. Just going to be another attack here while recovering 2 HP. And it's as if Fatui did nothing. And at the same time, they, well, got their attacks. They got damages along with it.
You know, at least one thing: respect to Kate Miss for not forfeiting.
No, yeah.
After everything.
No, yeah. I mean,
it's like, no, I still got this.
I mean, at this point, right? Like anyone, honestly, anyone, right, would have lost their hope into playing against this kind of deck. Again, this is a losing battle, but as you have mentioned, Kate Miss, well, they believe in the heart of cards, dude.
Oh, there it is. The Frostflake arrow is now available for Justin. He's just waiting for those 5 cryo die. Instead, is going to be using the elemental burst, and so that's going to be a freeze on this round. And Kate Miss can't use the rest of those dice except for on the cards.
Right. Oh, they ended
the turn.
That's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
That is it, yeah. That has to be. There's so much available damage. It's just going to be a regular hit. 6 damage on 1 hit. Jocelyn saving the moment. And after a 40-minute game, Jocelyn is victorious and goes on 7-0.
Oh my goodness. That, again, I think if we were on, I'd say, the Guinness World Records, I think that would be
the longest TCG game.
The longest TCG game for Genshin Impact. My goodness.
Yeah, at least for a tournament setting, yeah, absolutely.
but this is why, this is why we are going to be improving. We're going to be getting your feedback as well for, the future tournaments so that we can, streamline everything and make everything better as well. But before we head over to our next segment, guys, before we head into our next game, we're going to have a short break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. But for now, let's say hello to our media partners, G3.
Hello. All right, I think you got your mic on mute, man.
Yeah, hello everybody. Yeah, I think they can hear me now. Hey, welcome to the Genshin Impact Tournament. This is BJG. I am with General Tuna, Jazz Kamara, and what a game that was that we just witnessed from start to finish. It's quite a long game, wasn't it?
I agree with the casters. That has got to be one of the longest Genshin Impact TCG tournament matches out there. And it was a war of attrition. It was just, oh god.
I think the general strategy was to annoy the opponent and force him to concede until such time that you get the cards that you win. Pretty dubious tactic, if you ask me. But there you go. We're going to be the media partners, and we will catch you in the next times that we get to talk to the players along with General Tuna. General Tuna? Yeah?
Yeah. So yeah, chillax. We're going to wait for the player interviews, basically, and we're going to have a short break. We'll be right back.
With Razer Gold, you get more savings and gifts, and automatically earn Razer Silver to redeem even more cool gear. It's the best way to get rewarded just for being a gamer. Get started by signing up for a Razer ID on gold.razer.com. Take a moment to verify your account so it's totally secure. And that's it. Here's a sweet deal to get you started. Create an account now and verify, and we'll reward you with 1,000 Razer Silver. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. You love playing games, and you're always hunting for the best deals. Now you can get more back just from the way you pay. Introducing Razer Gold, the virtual credit for games and entertainment that rewards you back. With Razer Gold, you get to enjoy more savings with exclusive deals. Get access to special bonus gifts and in-game items you can't find anywhere else, like unique weapons and skins. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. With every dollar in Razer Gold spent, you'll earn Razer Silver, our rewards program. Just like airline miles, the more you spend, the more you'll earn. Just keep collecting Razer Silver, and once you've got enough, you can
Hey guys, this is BJG, and back with me would be General Tuna, Jazz, Komoda, and we're going to be interviewing the winner of the last game. What a battle that was! And everybody, please welcome Jocelyn. Jocelyn, welcome, man.
Hi
You
everyone.
there? Hello. How was it, man? That was quite the matchup that you guys did. What was that about, dude? That was very long, tough battle, though.
Yeah, so the deck I'm running is Stall Barbara. The idea of the deck is to use Barbara and the Tabi to outstall the opponent's damage. Yeah. So that's why the match lasted so long.
I'm sure General Tuna has quite a few questions on that strategy that you used, General.
Okay, so based on your dice rolls and draws from your last game, how was your RNG so far?
He's pretty good. The fact that I drew Tabi early means that I can get a lot of value out of him because Tabi gives me 2 free dice every turn. Since I can play a new location card every turn, I got like about 10 plus dice from Tabi that game, which is very good value.
So yeah, you're basically using one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite comps as well, the freeze comp. It took you a while to pull off that Ganyu freeze burst. So what happened during the game that caused you to like delay, your burst combo?
So what happened was that I was very worried that Catamis would do a Pyro Resonance and Adapters to kill my Ganyu. So that's why I took so long to swap the Ganyu, because I wanted to make sure that she was 100% safe.
Okay.
Wow.
So, BJ, you got any questions?
Yeah. Was it really part of the strategy for you to stall that long, or is it really just the roll of the dice? Is it part of the plan that you're going to do that? Because as the casters were saying, if we were at a Guinness Book of World Records, this would have been a world record for one of the longest matches we've ever seen. Was it part of it, or did it just happen unintentionally?
Yeah, this is part of the plan. This always happens. If you look at my previous matches, all of them also lasted very long.
Right. And how long did it take for you to put together such a winning strategy so far that has brought you this far into the tournament?
So I originally thought that Barbara was a very underrated unit all the way back in the patch 3.3. And after patch 3.4, where they nerfed Yoimiya and Kenki, I thought that Barbara was heavily buffed. So I've been experimenting Barbara since the start of 3.4, and it's only recently that I thought of putting Ganyu with the deck to increase the amount of Q pressure that you have.
Nice. So one last question for me. Do you think this strategy will take you all the way to the finals and bag you that first prize for the tournament? Or will there be some surprise turns along the way?
I'm not very confident to face my next opponent, which is like 2-7, because his deck has the Bennett and Sino, which can break my stall, potentially.
Uh-huh.
But I can try my best.
Right. Cool. And then
Actually, I have no questions. I'm gonna save my questions for if he makes it later.
Right. I'm really excited to see him progress towards the finals. Really, congratulations on your gameplay. Really fun strategy. I tend to use that kind of strategy too. Just besiege the enemy until they quit. And congratulations, that is your player. And we will be advancing into the next rounds. So again, just stay tuned. We still have a lot of matches coming up and a lot of surprises to bring you. Again, this is BJG of the G3 podcast. Along with me is General Tuna. And we'll just take a quick break. And once we're done, we will get right back into the action. So stay tuned and watch out for more matches for this tournament.
With Razer Gold, you get more savings and gifts, and automatically earn Razer Silver to redeem even more cool gear. It's the best way to get rewarded just for being a gamer. Get started by signing up for a Razer ID on gold.razer.com. Take a moment to verify your account so it's totally secure. And that's it. Here's a sweet deal to get you started. Create an account now and verify, and we'll reward you with 1,000 Razer Silver. Start getting rewarded and getting more back than you pay with Razer Gold now. love playing games, and you're always hunting for the best deals. Now you can get more back just from the way you pay. Introducing Razer Gold, the virtual credit for games and entertainment that rewards you back. With Razer Gold, you get to enjoy more savings with exclusive deals. Get access to special bonus gifts and in-game items you can't find anywhere else, like unique weapons and skins. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. With every dollar in Razer Gold spent, you'll earn Razer Silver, our rewards program. Just like airline miles, the more you spend, the more you'll earn. Just keep collecting Razer Silver, and once you've got enough, you can redeem it for Razer hardware, games, gift cards, and more. And that's it. Start filling up your e-wallet with Razer Gold and enjoy rewards with every spend. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. So how do you fill up your e-wallet with Razer Gold? It's easier than you think. We've got over 1 million partners and stores around the world, both online and offline, where you can top up your e-wallet with Razer Gold. Don't have a credit card? No problem. Reload your wallet by purchasing these Razer pins. You can easily find them at your nearest convenience store, supermarket chain, or pawn shop. Prefer to do things online? We've got you covered. Reload your wallet with your credit card, internet banking, and even your telco bill via direct carrier billing. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. Now that you're stocked on Razer Gold and you found something you'd like to purchase, here's how you pay with Razer Gold. Click on Pay with Razer at the checkout segment of your purchase. Log into your Razer Gold account and use your wallet balance to check out. If there's insufficient Razer Gold, simply reload your wallet with a specified amount via online banking, credit card, or buying Razer pins from a store. Start getting rewarded. More back than you pay.
And welcome back, guys. We are once again your casters. My name is JJ, and with me is Yaker. And this tournament, this is Tensei Invocation. Wouldn't be possible without the help of our partners. It is, powered by Razer Gold, our prize pool sponsor. We have our media partners G3 and Exosia Project, and likewise our community partner as well, that is Android Gamers Philippines. Although I do have to change the names of the players, so just give me a bit, Jäger. What do you though, however, think of what happened last game?
Well, what we saw was Jocelyn and Katamis pulling in the freeze self-sustained composition of Ganyu, Sinchu, and Diona, and Katamis with the overload bomb for Tui Agent, Kaching, and the Bennett. And you can see how there's definitely a way for that to work against Jocelyn's comp. He even mentioned it. He was afraid of what that Bennett could do. Going into the next game as well, he's afraid of having to face off against that particular loadout, because forcing changes in Jocelyn's really careful roster can be a big problem.
Right.
But the biggest problem is the fact that it's a lot of non-stop healing. If Jocelyn were to run into another self-sustained team, if that game felt long, it can be even longer if it's a sustained versus another sustained. And so if anyone is looking to try and beat Jocelyn moving forward, they need a lot more damage, and they need, I think, a freeze comp as well.
Right.
That worked really well for Jocelyn. That works great as well against a team like this, where they can't keep applying the Hydro and the Cryo. But the fact that he had so many healing cards is another problem, right? Because you can heal even when you can't move, even when you're frozen, you can still use those heal cards.
Right.
So yeah, super sustainable damage is necessary, and if you can't do the focus damage where you just clear each character one per round, then doing spread out damage, AoE damage, it's not going to clear that HP that keeps getting recovered.
No, yeah, for sure. And, we are all in for very different and variety of, decks and composition in this tournament. So we're definitely going to be seeing, I'd have to say a quicker kind of match for, not a Weeb actually versus Mochi is going to be our games for very funny names. I know, Jäger. Not a Weeb and Mochi, right, for this match. And with that being said, before we head in on the game, ladies and gentlemen and all travelers alike, we do have a giveaway. So if you guys want to win, Genesis Crystals and Blessing of the Welkin Moon, all you have to do is like the stream, share this live stream, make sure it's in public so we know that you have the sharer's badge, and comment down the hashtag Ren Genshin Impact Clash, hashtag Dioden, hashtag Razer Gold, hashtag Tournament, hashtag Rita Esports Network, hashtag Busta Game Load Razer Gold. And we have that we have that on our comment section, so if you can just copy paste it. And make sure you tag at least 2 of your friends on the live stream, on your, shared post, and on the comments as well, so you get the chance to win our giveaways. Wouldn't you love that, Jäger? Man, just watching the stream and you have the chance to win Blessing of the Welkin Moon? Man, I would.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of free primo gems that goes a long way. Right. To picking up, I mean, obviously, just like the player we're about to be casting, not a weeb, but I need my Dea, I need it. So, get those blessings of Welkins in because you guys need it.
Right, and speaking of needing these, Welkins and the gems, the premium gems, so that we can pull and wish. Let's now have our next set of match, our next set of wishes. That is Not a Weeb versus Emoji. Oh, it seems as if what is currently happening?
We got one perspective.
We got one perspective. That is true. Let me just check in what is happening. I think I may have found the problem. Is that right? Beautiful. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be joining each other's worlds very shortly, and we will be seeing them going head to head. Obviously, there's no don't want to see UIDs get put up here.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, it's all good. There's obviously no dedicated spectator in game yet, so we're doing things in a specific style. This is what people did. It's what people do when a game is super fresh out. Obviously, it is going to get better over time as well. Genshin esports as a whole have grown time and time again. Yeah, I'm excited to see how far TCG can go. Looks like we've got our players in the right worlds, and the game's just about to begin. Oh, you can see the graphics on that one. That's a solid phone right there.
Yes, sirree. Both of them are actually using their phones. Yeah, one is on an iPhone, and yeah, because we can see the that thing. I forgot what that thing is called. The white circular thingy. But let's focus first on what we're gonna be seeing. We do have some amazing decks and another Singchu as well. Another Singchu deck for another Weave at the very least.
Yeah, a Singchu Ganyu, but instead of a Barbara going for a Mona instead.
Right.
This is a more summon-based freeze comp. Not sure if it's going to be a self-sustained team. Mochi, however, has gone for a Hydro Swell team. This is about shredding resistances and consistent damage across the entire team over and over and over again. So that is an AoE team for Mochi.
Right. For Not a Weave, however, they just trying to get. Oh, this is actually a beautiful first roll for Not a Weave. I'd say 3 Omni Dice, 3 Hydros as well can definitely set up this Mona and the Singchu immediately at this time. Over to our first game. Here it is. First round.
Yeah, here we go. And I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? For a first roll, I think you're doing just fine. Sucrose up, and that is going to be your switch. Out comes a summon. Mona going to be able to do a bit of damage and put down a bit of extra. That's going to be the shield up. and damage available should the shield break as well, and should be the turn done for Mochi after this. So not a weeb. He's going to be thinking about setting up, right? This is an ult-based composition, I think. As you can see, you want to get out that damage as quick as possible. Keep building up the ult points on all of these characters. So getting Mona's ult out, super useful. The fact that both these teams have a Mona but completely different approaches is really interesting. And then having the summon as well, both Ganyu and Mona get to put down a summon that will keep dishing out non-stop the cryo and the hydro after the turns are done. And here we have another roll put out, some hydros, that's an electro and an Nemo that need to get switched out. As for Mochi, wants to keep the Anemos as well. That's another good roll, I'd say. We want to get rid of the Geo, but other than that, pretty good term. Mushroom pizza available. That is one of the specialty dishes of Gene, but just ironic to see it on the other side.
Wow.
And keep preparing. That's an investment going into a later round.
No, yeah, for sure. Again, I'd have to agree with what you said, right? Like for Mochi here, they want to go in more of a swirl kind of like approach into this game, but not a weave, however, as you have mentioned, more of a summonings to dish out side damage by the end of the round. But look at that, Pino is going to be played here just to get those Omni dice after 2 rounds.
Some interesting spent die here, and the good thing about Jean is you've got a lot of first of all, her damage is ridiculous. You get a good hit coming off of her swell, plus the initial damage that comes from her elemental skill. Her elemental burst, it keeps the damage going, and that works as a summon as well. That includes swell. Same as Sucrose. Sucrose has the same thing. Sucrose's burst is also going to use swell, and so if hydro gets applied, if you can order the summons properly, you can get a double swell and AoE hit from the hydro.
Oh, but here you go. Here comes the burst coming in from the Shengchu, just to set themselves up so that, they would want to try to deny Mochi of all the swirls that they can put up. And with that being said, not a weeb now switches towards the Ganyu, trying to, take down this Mona as early as now. And here comes the freeze.
And there you go. End of the turn. And going into round number 3, as a little bit of hydro applied. Not going to be any damage really done past the double shield there. That's a 2 and a 1 that gets applied. And a couple of healing pulls available here for Mochi as well. Not a weave. That's a solid pull. I can actually use the Frostflake arrow there if he wants to. And yeah, Mochi on the other side, setting things up for an Nemo swell reaction here.
No, yeah, I mean, at this point on, as you have mentioned, like arrow, all they need to do is just attack. They do have the the effect of the burst of Xingqiu here, so that the moment that they attack with that, not only would they be putting up so much damage, but they would be putting another damage on top of that, and of course secure that freeze as well.
Here we go. There's the swell, damage applied across the board, and the switch, the forced switch, gets applied as well. Little heal of absolutely nothing there. Sucrose is not damaged yet, and no hydro is applied to Sucrose at the moment, but there's another available swell here, and so it could once again get applied and hit that Ganyu and that Mona as well.
Right, but here you go. As we have just mentioned, not is it going to be the damage across the board, but it is going to be the healing across the board for not a weave. Definitely not a weave here. But with that being said, though, nobody's still, backing out. Both of these players still currently on an equal footing, really. Like, the only discrepancy here is their resource management in terms of the dice, but otherwise, both of them are actually still, on an equal footing. It's just that, Mona into the side of Mochi, is damaged a bit, but they can, recover quite easily from this, especially that they have the library and the what do you call this, the cathedral as well.
I was thinking just now, one of the things that works as a really good deterrent to constant healing is summons. Summons can do all the post-round damage, which means
Right.
you can't heal that. So if you can end a turn, get that damage done, and then do the damage first on the next round with some bursters, could be a good way around a freeze comp, a free sustain comp.
No, yeah, for sure. But here comes some, the skills here, coming in from Shang-Chu, but they're not gonna be ending their turn just yet. That is just, just to put up some damage into this. Oh, wow. Okay, that is going to be another swirl here, going to put some damage across the board. And again, we have to take note as well that they have their hydro inflictions to this Ganyu and Demona as well. Freezing, okay.
And see, because that's not a normal attack, you don't get that extra hydro follow-up.
Right.
That would have done the extra damage onto Sucrose there. So Sucrose down to 7. We'll get a little bit of HP back. We do have Mona getting some HP back as well, and there's the full HP back up there for Sucrose, thanks to the Favonius Hall, the church rather. And so we do have a free Anemo. This is another thing, right? You always want to go for synergy teams,
Right.
because synergy teams means you are allowed to have the Anemo or the Hydro
Right.
specific cards. So here we have the ult available for Sucrose, and looking to perhaps do a little bit extra on the Mona if they can switch back, but doesn't pull any Hydro die. But that's not a big problem. So we'll get some extra die here for Mochi to use as well. And not a weeb. I didn't quite see his pull, but we will see that ult come out and the summon get applied. That could be a switch over to the Mona and then having hers applied as well. Bit of damage done onto Xingqiu, bit of damage done onto Mona, and the shield taking a nice juicy hit there as well. And there you go, holding on to that summon destroyer there, little Hu Tao. You get that for just 2 die, and it clears any summon you have. And against an ult like that, super important. That is why Mochi's holding on to this as well, because if Ganyu pulls her Celestial Shower, it's the same thing. You can just take care of that as soon as it comes out.
No, yeah, for sure. But with the current die count here for Mochi, they're still looking into a pretty great play here, just because of the fact that they can always just remove the Electro and the Pyro dice, with this bestest travel companion to make it into Omni dice, and essentially having more resources to spend to get more of this swirl tactic coming in from Mochi against not a weeb. Ooh, but here comes a burst.
And that's going to get cleared as well. There it is. That's exactly where you hold on. That card can be indispensable if you want to avoid the post-round damage. And so, once again, bit of damage to be applied. Could put the sword onto Jean. That could be a really big bolster. That is, of course... yeah, there you go. Not a weave. Once you use that up properly. And so, HP recovery will be the goal. And investments, once again, for later rounds.
And here you go. They're going to be ending their rounds right now. And let's find out which dice are they going to be rolling in. We are not going to be getting the someone right now. Again, coming in from the Ganyu from the previous round anymore. But here comes the rolls. Ooh, that's actually pretty bad.
Yeah, that was... well, that's a little bit better, I'd say.
Hey,
Mochi pulls out 4 Omni die. Has a Hydro available as well. Wants to switch over to that Mona. Oh, that's not what you want, is it? But much better for not a weave. That's a great die pull. Or throw, should I say.
Well, much better, but again, it will all come down to how they're going to be playing this one up. But we do see the Skyward Sword as well. Might be able to finally set up this Jean. To dish out more damage again, as you have mentioned, more on the swirl. But what Mochi wants here is just to get this someone up, and everyone into the side of another weave is currently inflicted with Hydro.
Oh, he doesn't have a free switch. If he had one more die and one more Omni die, could switch over to that Gene and start applying some more damage, but that's not going to be the case. Could, in this situation, sacrifice one card and use the Stellaris here for Mona, and so that burst could be potential here.
Let's find out though. Well, here comes Frostflake Arrow, but not going to be able to do a lot. But here comes the freeze.
There's the
combination coming in from Xingqiu as well. That's what we're talking about since earlier, right? Like, that's what they want to do, get in the burst coming from Xingqiu, and then Frostbreak Arrow rather, to bring out a lot of damage and freeze immediately after. But here comes the swirl, 2 and 1 for those on the bench.
And there you go. So that has forced the rotate once again, and will use BTC to do a little bit more Hydro damage. So another freeze comes in. That is going to be an end round here for Mochi. End round, but not a weave. Mochi gets to move first in this next round. And for good measure, another hit onto the shield, down to 6.
And there you go. That is going to be the final one here. A final hit coming in for the summon of the Mona. Again, both of them actually wanting to get, both of the summons. But here comes the roll. Let's see. Beautiful roll for Not a Weave, actually. And of course, having those 2 more coming from Liben, right? Getting in 2 more dice here, bringed up into 10, having more resources to expend.
So once again, Swirl applying that Hydro over to Ganyu and to Mona as well. Oh, there's nothing there to actually use the ult. Even if you switch out a couple of those cards, there's not enough to pull. So, and you can't apply that sword as well either. Oh, this could be a throwaway turn for Mochi.
It could be. It could very much well be. But here comes going to be another attack here, and of course the freeze is guaranteed, and they still have one more of that attack in the process, having 5 having 5 die ready for exposure, and with the bestest traveling companion allowing them to make use of Frostflake Arrow. Frostflake, I am getting tongue twisted with that. Frostflake Arrow, but look at that, the second one just ends up this Zuckers as well. That's gonna be 2 down in just 1 round.
That is a solid round from Not a Weave. That's consistent damage that comes out, all those ults culminating, and the artifacts and the effects getting applied to Ganyu there as well. And in this situation, tries to do just some normal, perhaps, output damage, but Gene was so underutilized in this game that just doing anything here is so difficult without Gene's heals.
No, yeah, I think what Mochi wanted to achieve this match for this match in particular is to just set up Gene, but unfortunately Not a Weave, they might have not been able to set up what they wanted to set up, but at the very least they were able to stop Mochi from setting up setting up this Gene, and as you have mentioned, led to Mochi underusing Gene in this game. And here you go. Going to be the next round. Okay. Ganyu still having access to another one of those Frostflake Arrows once again, and that is the burst rather, going into the Gene just so that they can get in that amazing and beautiful summon.
Well, this is looked a lot worse for Mochi just 1 round ago. 2 HP left on Jean, now up to 8. The only problem is, as soon as the freeze comes in on one of these upcoming rounds, Jean is going to lose everything very quickly.
Right. And there you go.
And there's the freeze. Can't use all those extra Omni die. Can save some. There you go. That Paimon.
Right.
Very smart card because you get to pull those die later on. But I still think she's going to fall victim to the freeze.
No. Well, I mean...
Watch this. We're going to see a Celestial Shower hit with the Cryo once. It's not going to proc the Mona's hit. Actually, it does. Never mind. You don't need to have a broken shield to use that, surprisingly enough.
But again, it's going to be the end of the turn. Mochi does get the first turn here. Likewise, yeah, that's, I guess, one of the biggest advantages here that Mochi has of being the first one to, attack this time for this turn. But they need to make use of this. They need to maximize this all the way through, because if they cannot get proper rolls here, then they're going to have a hard time. But they do have the Liban as well. Here comes some food buffs. Liban gonna be popped up as well, and I think they've already used this the Skyward Sword as well anyway, so they can just use it to transmute it into a die. But look at that, almost taking down Demona in the process. And as of right now, Mochi, I'd say, does have the advantage.
Okay, this is looking like I mean, it's possible for a Jean sweep. You can see all the cards were made there to keep Jean alive.
Right.
And the ult is available as well, so you can switch out one of these die. Actually has a free Anemo die there as well. So that's going to be more HP back, and that's going to be the swell applied again. You might see that swell happen after the rounds as well. And that Hydro is going to keep moving as the swells keep coming in. Up comes the ult. Not going to be too bad. Doesn't actually go through the shield. And actually provides a little heal for Jean there as well. There's the switch out. Out goes the Skyward Blade. That's going to be the ult coming up as well with this Anemo die. There it is. This ult is going to do some serious healing and some serious damage. Takes out Xingqiu and puts down to 1 HP for the last remaining characters here for Not a Weeb. And Not a Weeb is going to be a little bit worried. And in fact, yeah, this has to be a freeze. Otherwise, Jean is going to be able to normal attack Ganyu out of the game.
Oh, they get double. It's not the end of the I haven't lost yet, rather, and that allows this Ganyu to go in for the burst, but unfortunately not going to go for that, but instead goes in for the Frost Flake arrows instead, and that's going to be amazingly 6 damage. But with the help of the Skyward Sword, of course, well, they're going to get in their healing. That's going to be +1 in terms of HP, but Liban might be played here. No, it is not. Wants to reroll? Alright. Ooh. They're gonna be ending their turn this time, and I think this is game. Oh wait, never mind, doesn't have any attacks, and only 1 HP is gonna be taken out into the side of Mochi with the summon. Oh wait, never mind, that is 2. That is 2. Because of the freeze.
Oh,
I forgot.
Is that why I was wondering why he didn't move that. I think it's because he knew that Celestial was gonna hit. That is unfortunate. Very close game. Down to 1 HP for 2 remaining characters left. Not a Weeb. But that summon that he sets up in the last game, yeah, that is a big case. You know what? This happens quite often, doesn't it? You get these games where it just comes down to that very last bit of HP, and you think, if I had one more move, I could have taken care of it. One more swell would have done it. Definitely not me against you. Not annoying at all, but there you go. Well played, Mochi. Maybe next time. There was definitely some interesting thinking going into that particular team, but Not a Weeb, apparently you are, because you've moved ahead in the TCG tournament.
Yeah, and again, we know this, in quite a lot of on a personal level, we do know how frustrating that one turn, that one last turn that you needed in order to win, and it's going to be swept away from you by your opponent. And that's essentially what happened with Mochi here, going against Not a Weeb. But with that being said, again, congratulations to Not a Weeb for winning, our first top 4. Quite, shortly we're going to be heading to our, what we call this, second top 4 match, and then our best of, battle for third, and then immediately our best of 3 grand final. So make sure to stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back. But for now, let's give this segment away to our media partners.
Hey guys, welcome back. Wait, am I on mute? No. Welcome back, guys. This is BJG again with General Tuna. This is quite the change in pace from the last match that we have. But congratulations to Not a Weeb for winning this leg of the tournament. General, what can you say about that matchup? Oh, I think you're on mute. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I was the one muted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was you.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I agree with JJ Kun. It was like one swirl damage could have taken Not a Weeb's team all throughout. It was almost a comeback for Mochi, but it was way faster than the one we had before. So
Right. I'd really love to be able to talk to them and figure out like what were the critical points of the match, because me myself being a card game player, I know that that one turn that you needed to win gets taken away from you, and that becomes very, very dangerous. And that was a critical run. So good job, man. Good job too. Not a Weeb for winning this one. Hopefully we can talk to him now if he is ready.
it's the server already. So
Yes, I'm here.
hello, Not a Weeb. Hello. All right.
Hello.
First question: are you really not a Weeb?
No, that name is sarcastic. I'm really actually one of the biggest.
Yes.
Good job, man. Good job. That explains the victory tonight. So, General Tuna and I were just talking about that one momentous critical turn for you. How many were there other critical moments in that game, in that matchup, that you thought you were going to bag the win, or you were about to lose, or was it just went down and boiled down to that one critical turn that led you to winning this matchup?
Honestly, the turn that made me think that I wasn't going to win was when it took so long to get that damn Ganyu special card, the ability card. I thought I was shuffling through my deck. I was using Kokomi over and over because that was basically my one winning card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we've seen freeze comps in this tournament, like bunch of times already. You did quick work with Mochi, even though it was almost a comeback with your Shinkyu, Mona, and Ganyu comp. What was the main factor that won you this match? What was it? RNG, or do you really have a game plan coming into this game?
I always have a game plan at the start, but especially up against a deck like this, control deck with 2 Anemo, Sucrose, and Jean, it's really hard to take control of, to predict what your next move is. So really, this match, I was just winging it for the part.
So speaking of comps, have you used any other comp in this tournament aside from Shinkyu, Mona, and Ganyu?
Well, it wasn't. Di ba not allowed mag-change ng decks? Pero in the past.
Or like in the past, yeah, in the past.
In the past, when I first started playing, I first thought that Noel was OP until I encountered a Ganyu freeze deck.
Well, it's got to be one of the most annoying comps out there, the Ganyu freeze deck. Ganyu along with 2 Hydro characters.
Well, I did make a few changes. The one I went up against was a double cryo team. I think that was a more offensive. This one is a more defensive. And since I've already encountered teams like this, yung control, I thought putting Mona instead of another cryo character, so that whenever they change my character, they forcibly switch my character, I can use Mona's passive to get back to Ganyu if I ever need.
All right. BJ, have you got any questions? Oh wait, is he gone? Hello. Oh yeah, I think he is gone. I think BJ is gone. But thank you so much for your input, Nata Weeb, and thank you for clarifying that you're actually a big weeb in real life. Congratulations, by the way, for the win. But yeah, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back with another amazing match. We'll see you then.
With Razer Gold, you get more savings and gifts, and automatically earn Razer Silver to redeem even more cool gear. It's the best way to get rewarded just for being a gamer. Get started by signing up for a Razer ID on gold.razer.com. Take a moment to verify your account so it's totally secure. And that's it. Here's a sweet deal to get you started. Create an account now and verify, and we'll reward you with 1,000 Razer Silver. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. You love playing games, and you're always hunting for the best deals. Now you can get more back just from the way you pay. Introducing Razer Gold, the virtual credit for games and entertainment that rewards you back. With Razer Gold, you get to enjoy more savings with exclusive deals. Get access to special bonus gifts and in-game items you can't find anywhere else, like unique weapons and skins. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. With every dollar in Razer Gold spent, you'll earn Razer Silver, our rewards program. Just like airline miles, the more you spend, the more you'll earn. Just keep collecting Razer Silver, and once you've got enough, you can redeem it for Razer hardware, games, gift cards, and more. And that's it. Start filling up your e-wallet with Razer Gold and enjoy rewards with every spend. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. So how do you fill up your e-wallet with Razer Gold? It's easier than you think. We've got over 1 million partners and stores around the world, both online and offline, where you can top up your e-wallet with Razer Gold. Don't have a credit card? No problem. Reload your wallet by purchasing these Razer pins. You can easily find them at your nearest convenience store, supermarket chain, or pawn shop. Prefer to do things online? We've got you covered. Reload your wallet with your credit card, internet banking, and even your telco bill via direct carrier billing. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. Now that you're stocked on Razer Gold and you found something you'd like to purchase, here's how you pay with Razer Gold. Click on Pay with Razer at the checkout segment of your purchase. Log into your Razer Gold account and use your wallet balance to check out. If there's insufficient Razer Gold, simply reload your wallet with a specified amount via online banking, credit card, or buying Razer pins from a store. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now.
You're tuned in to the loudest, craziest, and most excited bunch of geeks and nerds on this side of the planet. Commentary, views, news, and reviews of the latest to the greatest of all things pop culture. From comics to toys to video games to anime, cartoons, film, and TV. We're about to dive into everything nerdy and geeky in between. This is BJG.
This is General Tuna.
This is Captain Mike.
This is Palit.
This is Notch. This is Trixie.
Dating 2.0.
This is for Necruz Jr. And this.
And this.
This is the G3 Podcast.
Gamers, geeks, and good times.
Uh, yeah. Hello, guys.
With the black screen.
We are terribly sorry that you are seeing just a black screen, but no worries, no worries. We have something for you guys. 1 second. It is just a bit of a technical problem. But what we do have for you guys is our giveaway, our first set of giveaways, which we are gonna be doing again later today for our stream. So here we go. We're gonna be getting in our first set of winners for the giveaway. Along with me is Yeager as well, once back in the stream.
That's right. I am here for the giveaway.
Right, so we won. No,
Let's go.
all
We won.
Okay, okay, let's go. All right, no. So whoever's gonna be chosen here, right, will be given a blessing of the Welkin Moon. Here we go. Who's gonna be winning here? Peter Miles Anthony. There we go. Very beautiful. Just send us a message on Renita Esports Network, and we will be accommodating you after the stream. So that's one. We are gonna be getting 4 more for the blessing of the Welcome Moon, right? All right. So here you go. Pick another winner. Start. Seikatsu. Seikatsu is here as well. Are you here? Just message us over on the Just message us over on our page, and we'll accommodate you after this event. And we need to get 3 more. Is it 3 more? Christopher Togonon de la Pe.
Congratulations, Christopher.
Congratulations indeed. And we're gonna be getting more? Yes, we are. There you go. Renalyn Espina. That's wait, how many is that now? 4? 3.
That's 4.
That's
4.
All right.
Wait, we've had Renalyn.
Is that 4
We
now?
had. Actually, maybe I think that's 3. Maybe we should be keeping track, huh?
I should be. Seikatsu already won, so we're gonna be picking another winner here. There's 4 more people. Janelle Francisco. There we go. I believe that is the 4th. I think that is the 4th. Yeah. And one more. One more is we're gonna be getting. Yeah.
I think the total names are currently 4.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So we need one more. We need just one more for this. What is happening to our giveaway? But with that being said, let me just recall everyone, right? So it's first off, Peter Miles Anthony Lapore. We have Seikatsu. We have Christopher Togonon de la Peri. We have Renlyn Espina and Junel Francisco. Okay, here's this is the 5th one. All right. So my bad. That is the 5th one already. So those are the winners for our blessing of the Welkin Moon. Please, once again, make sure you message us up on our Facebook page, Ranita Esports Network, so we can accommodate you by the end of the stream. Later on, we'll still have more giveaways, so make sure to stay tuned. Put up all of our requirements. Make sure you put up all of our, our hashtags over the comments. Make sure you tag 2 friends. Make sure you share the stream as well. Make sure it's in public so we do get to see your sharer's badge. But with that being said, Yeager, are you ready to come back?
I'm ready.
Here we go. That is already 5. We are now back once again to our tournament. And this time, it's not going to be not a weeb anymore and not mochi anymore. But instead, is going to be on our battle for 3rd. This time around, it is going to be, unfortunately, we may have been quite excited for this one player, but unfortunately, they are going to be the ones down here. That is Jocelyn. The winner with the interview earlier as well with the stalling, deck.
The longest deck. The longest deck, yeah.
It's Well, I think we're going to have another fun time here with this, very, very solid deck here coming in from Justin. But with that being said, let's now head in on to our game. Here we go. Let's go in. Oh, okay. So it seems as if they want to have some PvP in the cat's tail. Okay. Yeah, we are just waiting for them to get in. They are already in the Yeah, they're already in the match. Here we go. Just loading. Here we go. Just waiting to have it loaded. Here we go. Okay, they are now gonna be getting in. All right, here we go. There we go. Here is the first. The first turn is going to be into the side of Mochi. Yeah. Here we go.
So an interesting matchup indeed. AoE team versus Freeze self-sustain. We did see that the AoE, it could do some late damage, but the thing that we didn't get to really see from Not a Wii was the fact that he wasn't healing that much. Justin, however, does have that particular advantage.
Oh, and now this time around we can actually see properly the cards a bit, of Jocelyn rather on the other end, right on the other side of our layout here. There you go.
It's good to have that information available.
Right. So that we do know their cards as well, while we are seeing, of course, Mochi's side here. There you go. You have the library up as well. Again, here is going to be a stalling deck here coming from Jocelyn, of course, with a lot of healing potentials as well. But into the side of Mochi needs to get in as much swirl as possible, as early as possible, because if they cannot stop Jocelyn, especially as early as now for the first round, maybe second or third round being the latest, Jocelyn would be once again unstoppable.
Yep, I mean, we've seen it happen already. How strong Barbara can be in this particular comp, how strong all of them can be, all the damage that can come out. So yeah, Mochi, he's gonna want to just press down on the accelerator and try and get to where he needs to go as quickly as possible.
Here we go. That is the biggest win comp here, win condition for Mochi, because again, if they cannot do that, well, Jocelyn will just be eating foods, KFC left and right. Here we go.
Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of food available, a lot of sustainability on both sides, but again, we've already seen Mochi play against a freeze comp, and I would part of me wants to say it was the comp that wasn't as effective. I just want to see how Justin fared against this other player that put him in this position.
No, yeah, especially that, Jocelyn was really on the, how do I say this? More on the, positive side of things, especially on what we saw of them on the earlier game. And I wonder what happened against Jocelyn, right? Over their top 4 match, because this is, once again, the battle for a third match, meaning that Jocelyn lost their top 4 match. Let the show begin. To get in those healings.
Get the healings, let's go.
I mean, at this point, we're just waiting.
I mean, it's a staple of the genre. But there you go, a swell is available to go, and so that is the one good thing about having a catalyst on your team, is the fact that you can apply these effects without having to on the normal attack.
No, yeah.
So it only costs 1 ammo and 2 randos. Randice. But yeah, that's going to be an ult available for Sucrose going into the next round. But that is only if the Hydro is applied first. So there is a little bit of pressure on Mochi to make sure that Mona is applying that Hydro as quickly as possible. It is good to be able to see those cards on the top. That's really interesting. There is 4 more dice left here for Justin, so he can get off another hit, ready up Xingqiu's ult as well. Could also just put the Lucky Charm on one of these characters. We did see Justin put Lucky Charm onto Ganyu last time, and that was a very effective situation indeed.
No, yeah, right, but like, the bestest companion, a traveling companion, is going to be played up here. But it doesn't matter because here comes the attack here coming in from that of, Xingqiu. But with that being said, I'd have to kind of disagree with you, Jaeger, where Jocelyn actually is on the disadvantageous side right now, especially that there's a lot of like Hydro Infliction here into the side of Jocelyn's side, cards rather. And with that being said, the Whirl here is just Swirl here coming in from the side of Mochi is just going to be quite a menace against their team. Should they be able to, push this one up?
We always love a good old menace, but there you go. Lots of Anemo available here for Mochi, and Justin always puts himself in the right position to keep getting the right dice. That Tubby and the Favorius Library, always a great combo if you want to just keep pulling out the right dice. So here we have Mochi getting out the deep fried lotus flowers, and that's going to be a little bit of extra defense for Sucrose available, as out comes is not just the burst but the card version, and so puts it up for 3 turns, and 2 Hydro can be applied per turn, unless there's a way for Justin to get rid of that particular summon. And of course, there is the heal still coming in from Barbara, and still plenty of damage that can be done, considering he still has 3 Omni die left.
No, yeah, for sure. But, with that being said, oh, wow. Jocelyn, does have a lot of resources to expend here. Can definitely freeze this Sucrose as well in the process. But with that summon, of course, with the burst coming in from the Sucrose, they are just in for a huge treat here. But look at that. Here comes the Trail of the Queen here, just to get their shields up so that this someone won't be able to do as much as, intended here by Mochi.
Okay, there you go. That is an investment for a later round.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, Paimon investment, but I think this kind of investment is coming in a little late right now for Mochi. Sure, Mochi would have more resources to spend later on, but Jocelyn is at the very least still doesn't have any cards to in order to sustain themselves. So I guess Mochi still has the chance to get back against Jocelyn now. But the moment that Paimon gets its effects up for Mochi, hopefully then Jocelyn wouldn't have the sustains that they need to annoy the heck out of Mochi.
Oh, it's a nice big hit there, coming in from Ganyu, down to 3 HP on the Sucrose, and that's all that's available. And once again, Jocelyn just keeping up that self-sustain, a bit of damage done, but that's going to get healed up immediately. There's another one, and there's another one as well. Back up to full HP. Lots of dice available thanks to the BTCs that get pulled out. And in 2 turns, we're also going to get a big hand here. So Mochi has to hang on long enough to do that big burst damage. We saw the biggest ace in the hole here for Mochi is that gene. That gene that he pulled out, he was able to do consistent damage despite losing 2 of his cards, 2 of his characters at the same time. It was still enough to bring down that HP to 1 and 1 on the last 2. Last time we saw him against Not a Weeb. So let's see if that works out here. Look at all those dice available.
Yes, Zuri, that's gonna be 10 dice right now, and does have all the resources and does have 2 best of travel companion as well into Mochi, so they can essentially have an omni round here, expending everything that they need as as late as now.
Oh, there's the HP back up, and there's not enough burst damage that can come off of Xingqiu here to really worry too much about Sucrose just yet. And the heal back up is 8, 8, and 7. Still a lot of HP that you have to chew through. There's a quick switch available. There is a Skyward Harp as well available, but it is going to be the ult that comes out first for Xingqiu. That's going to land right on top of Sucrose, and there is still an available move left. Will just expend all of these dice, I think. Wants to get another hit off. Maybe if in the next round can pull out an ult just to do the damage after Sucrose leaves the field, that would be the best case scenario.
I mean, it wouldn't be just yes, because again, with the best of travel companion, this would then allow Circus to pull up its sorry, not a unite move, but it's ult, it's burst right there, and here you go. The summon once again, swirl comes up in the process, and that then allows Mochi to finally end their turn. And I think will be the turn that which you have been talking about, where going to be the final turn for Sucrose. Round rather, not turn. Yeah, it's it's kind of it takes
turns rounds.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah, it does. It's very different. There's so many mechanics that they put into this that they're very enjoyable. Just take a little time to get used to.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Especially when these are terms that are mostly used on a different kind of applications. And is actually being used in game, so it can get quite some time to getting used to. But either way, going into our next round, Mochi still has 10 of these amazing dice, having 7 of those in Omni, 1 Anemo, Pyro, and Electro. Which at this point, they could just make it Omni once again, just because of the best travel companion. But as I'm saying that's going to be an attack coming from the Ganyu, freezing away the Sucrose, but switching over to the Gene, which unfortunately I'd have to say is still not set up for any attacks whatsoever.
No, not yet, but
never mind. There goes the sword. There goes the sword. It doesn't matter now. Here we go. Swirl
that was the most important part, wasn't it? There's another swirl available as well. It can chew straight through Barbara, can chew straight through Xingqiu. Ganyu does have a little bit of a buffer. There's no HP recovery items currently set up here for Jocelyn. Hasn't put any down. He doesn't have any in his hand either. That's a bad situation. The good news for him is, at the very least, Mochi doesn't have his ult available just yet. So that's a switch over. At least there's more sustainability on this Ganyu. That switch was not free, and down to 2 HP for all 3 of Jocelyn's characters. And Jocelyn has top decked hard with all of these HP recovery items. Switch back over for Barbara again. Has to use a dive to switch back. Otherwise, just going to have to end this turn with a hit and a little bit of healing as well.
+1.
And that heal goes straight back onto Jean. And so I think this is going to be the end of the round there. And there's going to be another hit post-round. And because it was Mochi that ended the round first, should we see a hit? There it is.
Oh,
Down
there
goes
it is.
Barbara.
Yeah, with the Sucrose summon, they're gonna be able to take down the Barbara, which I was thinking as well. They could have been able to take down the Barbara and of course the Saint-Chu
some healing.
earlier, if and only if there was an elemental infliction into the side of Ganyu. Unfortunately, there wasn't. But again, +1 coming in from the summon here from Barbara. Leaving something for their team, for their teammates. Their character cards before it leaves the battle.
So there you go, using all those extra rolls to get as many Nemo and Cryo dice as possible. But yeah, it is going to be Mochi that gets to move first, and that does mean that Swirl should be no problem. First of all, yeah, get rid of the heals. Don't want those anywhere near you. There's another hit.
That's it.
Down goes 1, and down to 1 HP. Just needs 1 normal attack left. Ganyu, there are some cryo pulls. There is some healing available as well. And so can get a little bit back onto Ganyu. No more healing available from Barbara's skill. That was removed thanks to Mochi's ability. There's the heal back up by 3. There's a shield applied as well thanks to the killing Blossom. And then up to 5 thanks to those healing properties. And there's still a little heal back, and it will instead be the switch. Will it be the switch? No, you can actually use the ult there if he wants to, but no, there's the freeze. I forgot about that. So yeah, the Hydro applied, the freeze applied as well. Up comes the swirl, and down to 3 HP. Ganyu goes back. She can do some more damage here before this round ends, but it's only a matter of time before Jean comes back into play.
No, yeah, for sure, and especially how Jean is currently set up now, does have full charge as well. So for the next round, well, they can essentially just unleash the beast with its burst as well. And even then, right, Sucrose can still move in with another summon here. Just needs 1 more normal hit, which could probably take out Ganyu as well. So with the summon, it's only going to be leaving Ganyu with only 1 HP left by the end of the turn. So it's also good that Mochi, well, if they can end their turn, if they can end their round rather, as early as now, right, they would have the higher advantage, thus then leaving this Ganyu into just 3 HP. Not 1, but 3, thanks to its healing.
I think we're looking at the beginning of the end here. The fact that Justin looked untouchable in the last game, I thought it was going to be no problem, but Mochi has been pulling all the right cards, rolling all the right dice. This battle for third is looking very, very spicy at the moment. Some rerolls definitely needed there. Some definite rerolls needed for Justin as well. He only has Cryo left. That's much better. And I think that's the best he could really ask for in that situation. As for Mochi, yeah, he hasn't really capitalized very well on those rerolls, but still has plenty available. So let's see how the first turn goes, because it's going to be Mochi that gets to move first. And his first choice is... It is going to be the elemental skill for Sucrose, the Anemo Hypostasis number...
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah. I can't remember the exact number. There it is, 6308. There you go. According to my calculations, there's a hit down to 1 HP left for Ganyu, a heal up for Sucrose. No more Hydra has been applied, so Ganyu would have to go for a normal hit. Those cards don't really provide that much HP. There is a little bit of shielding available, and that doesn't provide the damage to do the freeze.
Yeah, but at this point on, Mochi has been... Well, Jocelyn wasn't able to, pull up a lot of, the good cards in time, and hasn't been pulling up...
Using everything! He wants to use all of his cards! Why?
I mean, at this point, I think Jocelyn is just like,
He used his free reroll. I don't know why.
I mean, at
That's
this point,
very
you know,
funny.
Mochi is, I guess, getting a little bit complacent now, you know, given how they have still 3 more cards up, 3 character cards. And, you know, Justin Ganyu only has 1 HP left, but, you know, he has been, you know, hanging on to a thread since earlier for the last, well, 2 rounds now.
Yeah, complacent is right, I think. And yeah, no more moves available here for Mochi. Jocelyn can do a bit of damage. I think he's aware of that fact.
Wow.
And oh,
That's actually quite.
okay, it's just like
That's
he wants to
actually
go
quite,
first.
yeah, that's actually quite you know, smart of Jocelyn as well, knowing that they have very limited resources now. And yes, they do have the foods, but instead of like using it now, they want to secure that first what do you call it, the first attack going into the next round first before anything else.
Just keep re-rolling and re-rolling. There's a lot of Anemo dice and Omni dice available there, and same can be said. Oh, 7! That's a
did
big
you see
hit.
that? Oh.
That is a lot of damage, but that is gonna. This is the thing that forces a character switch.
Right.
So after the character switch, after that's a free switch. It's not a fast move, and yeah, has to up the HP, up the shielding, because Justin knows if you hit there with that hit, that would have been a kill. Yeah, absolutely. But you switch over and get a free hit off of Jean, you're done for.
No, yeah, for sure. So definitely, here are the options that, you know, Jocelyn is taking note for. As you had mentioned, yeah, they can definitely take down this. They can definitely take down this Sucrose, but immediately after, not actually of Jean, not actually of Jean, but rather of Mona. But then they still have the chance, you know, to just switch over to Jean, which again he is getting wary of. Don't want that Jean to be doing anything at the moment.
Either way, I think this finishes on the next turn, because he gets 1 hit, he gets 1 heal.
Right.
He switches back, the ult is available here, the burst is available for Jean, and then the post-round damage as well.
So here you go. Let's find out what's gonna be the name of the game here. What's gonna be the play? Let's take a look. Jocelyn now thinking whether they take down, you know, this Sucrose. Still has a little bit of time here. 12 seconds left. Thinking here. Okay, they're not gonna be able to take down this Sucrose though. That's only 2 damage. And not gonna be able to heal up as well.
Just do it, Jocelyn! Just do it!
No, yeah. That's it. Again, at this point on, Jocelyn. Okay, well, Jocelyn, let's take a look at Jocelyn's side again. Okay, never mind. It went down. Okay.
1 cryo dice, 1 dendro dice. Can't use anything there. There's the Dandelion's Breeze. That is going to be the burst up. Heals across the board. And more post-round damage available for Mochi.
Yeah, that's it. That actually is it. For this round, as we have mentioned as well, this is going to be the end round here. The final round of this match. There you go. Okay.
1 and another 1, and
not yet. Not yet.
I think he meant like this next round's gonna be the last one, because
yeah,
that swirl, the elemental skill for Jean is available, and so nice big hit and gets to move first. That's a bad roll for Mochi.
No, yeah. And another 1 again. at the very least,
Two more rolls. That's a pretty good roll for Justin, to be fair.
For Jocelyn, yeah, sure, but like for Mochi, won't be able to end things up like this. No, going to be.
Oh,
getting
there it
that.
is.
There we go. Just 3 more, one more reroll here, and there we go. Another.
Well,
Nemo.
there you go.
Another Nemo.
That's a double swell available.
Yep. Okay. Mochi, how about
Yeah.
Mochi's phone, I think, keeps on falling down.
Yeah, he's flipping. You can see the flip happening.
I mean, if you cannot flip your cards, might as well just flip your phone, right?
Yeah. Switch your situation around.
Maybe.
And this is going to be 2 elemental skills at the very least.
Mhm.
One hit can come off. There could be a potential freeze, but he'd have to hit twice. Either way, needs the shielding. It's a bad situation for Justin.
It is. Wouldn't have enough of a healing anymore. Can do 1 more damage here and get the freeze. Actually, yeah, I mean, if they attack Jean now, they would essentially be denying this Jean because, it still does have Shang-Chu's burst here. So, Frostflake Arrow is going to freeze away this Jean. There you go. As I have mentioned, there's going to be another damage here, leaving just 3 down of HP. Well, +1 because of the Skyward Sword, but we have to remember that there's another +2 here coming in from the from the burst of the Jean.
Yeah, there's still the post-round damage to worry about. So should hit this with the killing elemental skill to get the shield up, a bit of HP, and the force switch over to Mona. And now Mona in this situation doesn't have too many very strong direct attacks. We'll switch over 1. And so, more of setup for the upcoming round. Good thing, pulling this Paimon card, very important to make sure that that Jean can still do her thing. And the fact that Xingqiu's utility has lasted this long is very important.
No, yeah. But here comes another Ripple Network here. Going to actually never mind. Not gonna be able to get in summons. Not gonna go in for that skill. But Justlin surviving for 4 more rounds after the forecasted 1 last round, and actually getting in that 6 HP as well. Gonna be negated, however, because of the post round damage. It's gonna be 3 HP down, but now it's gonna be left with just 1 more, for post round damages. And Jocelyn is gonna be taking in the first attack as well in this round. Let's find out what gonna be the reroll is.
The freeze still available, can force the rotate into the Jean, but if that is the case, he would definitely lose. So I don't think that's his goal right now. His goal is to do some slow damage because he wants that Jean to come up without it being a free move. There's a lot of steps that Justin has to take to stay ahead here. It's so easy for Mochi to make a mistake and just waste all of his dice trying to do as much damage as possible without being able to finish off Ganyu, and that'd be a really bad situation for him.
Okay. I mean, like what you mentioned as well, right? Like, that is definitely going to be the thing here. They don't want to take down a lot of rare resources. They want to, expend their resources, little by little, not immediately, not, in such a huge, what do you call that? Not in such a huge quantity, because you want to survive as much as you can, especially into the side of Justlin. But does have 2 more attacks, right? Does have 2 more attacks with the with the Shang-Chu burst.
We're just waiting for that turn to finish. Justin really does take his time with these rounds. He never ends turn, always lets the timer run out.
Mm-hmm. Taking up just maximizing the timer that they gave you. I mean, you're paying for the gacha rolls, might as well take advantage of everything.
Every time Justin has a game, you can fit 4 other games into that time span.
For sure. For sure. But with that being said, here comes the attack coming in from Jocelyn. It's gonna be -2 to get 2 HP back, and now we are back into Mochi, which only lasts one game, where Jocelyn, as you have mentioned, lasts 3 games. And look at that! Immediately after getting back,
always gonna have to end turn.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to do anything after this next move, which means he can switch over and do some big damage on Jean. The problem is, he's healed up so much that it's not going to end the game. Justin really is doing a good job here. He's not out of the game just yet, but he only has 2 more freezes available. That's another thing that he has to keep in consideration. So there's a hit, and down to 5, and that's going to be the freeze. So that's a switch over to Jean. No more available damage for Ganyu. And there's the hit. 3 entire damage. That's going to go through the shield as well. We also have the 3 extra Hydra damage after the end of this round.
Yeah.
And of course, that'll be the heal back up. That's not going to do anything. That heals only off-field characters. So that's just there. I think just to use all of his dice.
Man, I am really loving Jocelyn right now. Yes, the games are getting too long a bit, but you can definitely see some high level plays here from the side of Jocelyn, showing how much you might be in a very dire situation, but you can still salvage it as much as you can, and that's what Jocelyn is doing. They still haven't scrolled up back up into the advantageous side, but they're still doing it.
Yeah, this should be it. It was a smart move there, just to ensure that he's going to try and get that move going first. So 5 damage there, gets rid of Mona as well. There's the extra and a freeze, I think. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
I think Jocelyn has just won.
Gosh. My goodness. Jocelyn.
I was so worried for Justin when it came down to that 1 HP in the last round, but he's managed to do it. All this extra damage, all the extra dice he had, it all led to that. Well played by Justin. He secures himself 3rd place.
Jocelyn Wong.
That is insane. That is a crazy, crazy recovery from Justin. How many times did his HP go down to 1 to 2 to 1, and somehow he manages to pull it away because he gets to move first. He gets the freeze onto that Jean as well. The 1 hope. He had a full hand of dice ready to go and couldn't use a single move. He just couldn't get the burst he needed in a single round.
Man, I don't know, man. Jocelyn showed us quite the defense. And again, as you have mentioned, they are already on the losing end, but it didn't matter because Jocelyn still came up on top. I was saying that, well, they might have been able to survive, but they haven't crawled back up into the advantageous side. Haven't been able to crawl up to the surface, but Jocelyn makes me eat my words.
Jocelyn. Yeah, it's just Jocelyn things. The fact that was a fight for 3rd place, I can't wait to see who's waiting for us past this point, because Jocelyn, both times we've seen him play, have been incredibly ridiculous in terms of time, but incredible in terms of skill.
No, yeah, for sure. And I would really love to hear more from Jocelyn. Yes, we have interviewed Jocelyn earlier when they won on their top 8 match, but I think this is going to be a good opportunity for us to interview Jocelyn once again for the Battle for Third, especially on how he was able to crawl back up into victory. With that being said, let us welcome once again our sponsors, our media partners rather, G3, to interview Jocelyn.
What a matchup. Jeez, man. I was just watching it, and
amazing comeback victory.
Truth be told, I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking we might not be interviewing Jocelyn just yet, and it turned out that we will be. I mean, General, what was your reaction to that final thing?
The way Jocelyn pulled off that 1v3 comeback, that Ganyu held on for as long as she possibly could, using the freezes correctly. It was a sight to see, man. Like, yeah, oh my god, it was beautiful.
Absolutely. I was even talking to you about how that could be a good counter to the current deck that he is using, but unbelievably it was pulled off, and that 1v3 is just it's just phenomenal. Let's get the lowdown on from the person himself. Jocelyn, are you there? Hello?
Yo, brother. If you're speaking, you're muted, brother.
He's stalling even us. His deck is so powerful, it affects the end game interview.
Broadcast.
Wow. I mean, I'm relatively new to the game, and I'm getting to understand the high level plays that are required to pull off that kind of thing. And it was just phenomenal. It was really just he stuck to his guns, he stuck to his strategy, and ultimately he pulled off that one massive defense and was able to pull off the win. Are you there, brother?
Yeah. Sorry, I was watching the live stream.
Oh, were you? That wasn't enough for you? Winning wasn't enough for you, man? I mean.
I did not think I would win. I thought I lost when all my characters were at 2 HP.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, tell us about it. I mean, we were thinking that this might have been the end for you, but you still managed to hold on, and what an entrenchment defense that was. What went into your mind, and then how did you think you were able to pull off that massive victory?
The main reason I think I could have won there is because the double Anemo deck really lacks single target damage. So they could never kill my Ganyu. Because my Ganyu heals for 4 HP every time she scales. It's a bit hard for a double Anemo to ever get through that.
Right. And then Altuna might have some stuff that he wants to find out. He did say he is reserving some questions for you. And I'm not sure if this is the best time, General.
Okay, so what was your mindset? What was your mentality coming into that 1v3 situation? Did you have to switch up your strategy a little bit, or you just stuck with your strategy? Keep healing the Ganyu, keep dealing chip damage.
My mindset was just, what move will let me live for another round? That's just how I played. I tried to calculate their maximum amount of damage and the place I would need to survive that.
Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure there are many points of where you thought that you would not be surviving that round, but tell us if there was a certain point that you kind of felt and you knew that you're going to outlast your opponent. I'm sure there was a time where you knew that you are going to win this game. When was that?
Oh, that was only near the end, honestly. When he ended his round with just the Gene skill, I was so excited because I knew that I won.
Oh, really?
Even Lotus Crypts wouldn't have saved him there.
Mm-hmm. Well, walk us through it. Walk us through, your overall game plan, as what General mentioned. Walk us through how you entered into that game. What did you think? Because I was thinking that his deck, his build is pretty much a good counter to yours. How did you adjust your play style and the strategy, and walk us through, all the way till the end as to what you think caused you to win eventually?
Sure. So against a double Anemo deck, the first thing to keep in mind is that Send Off is a very good card. because Double Anemo heavily relies on Sucrose talent card in order to deal enough damage. However, I did make a mistake in the middle because I used my send-off too early and I let the Sucrose get another burst off, which was a very big mistake. Yeah, but apart from that, another thing that Double Anemo is really big too is like single target damage, right? Which is why I tried to preserve my Ganyu's HP so that I could stall on her later and hopefully bring me the victory through that. And it ended up working. So.
And it ended up working. What? Yeah, I'd remember that all the way till the end of the night. I mean, I'm just blown away with what happened. General, do you have more questions for Jocelyn?
I think that's it. I think I've asked what I needed to ask.
That is fantastic. What now? Last thing that I want to ask you, and what your message is as you are moving forward. What should your opponent watch out for in the end?
I think that my opponent should really watch out for my Ganyu. They should really try to pressure her as much as possible, and if possible, kill her. Because once my Ganyu is dead, my deck is significantly weaker. In addition, the deck's a lot weaker when I don't have my Xingqiu burst. So if they can kill him early, that would be good for them.
What would be that is an open invite to all the remaining opponents that Jocelyn is going to be facing, and we can't wait to watch you again in the next match. Thank you very much, Jocelyn, and we wish you good luck in the upcoming matches that you're going to be taking tonight.
Thank you.
Wait, upcoming matches?
Yeah, well, you know, for your
this is the place match actually. So
no, but you know what I'm saying is that if you are going to be facing him again, then you know you got to watch out for whoever's going to be playing.
All right, sure.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is BJG, and that is General Tuna. We're going to be watching some more matches later on, and it's quite the evening. We're just going to power through it and get more matches in as we move along. We'll take a quick break, and we'll get back right to you in this Genshin Impact Tournament brought to you by Renita Esports. Catch you in a bit.
With Razer Gold, you get more savings and gifts, and automatically earn Razer Silver to redeem even more cool gear. It's the best way to get rewarded just for being a gamer. Get started by signing up for a Razer ID on gold.razer.com. Take a moment to verify your account so it's totally secure. And that's it. Here's a sweet deal to get you started. Create an account now and verify, and we'll reward you with 1,000 Razer Silver. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. You love playing games, and you're always hunting for the best deals. Now you can get more back just from the way you pay. Introducing Razer Gold, the virtual credit for games and entertainment that rewards you back. With Razer Gold, you get to enjoy more savings with exclusive deals. Get access to special bonus gifts and in-game items you can't find anywhere else, like unique weapons and skins. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. With every dollar in Razer Gold spent, you'll earn Razer Silver, our rewards program. Just like airline miles, the more you spend, the more you'll earn. Just keep collecting Razer Silver, and once you've got enough, you can redeem it for Razer hardware, games, gift cards, and more. And that's it. Start filling up your e-wallet with Razer Gold and enjoy rewards with every spend. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. So how do you fill up your e-wallet with Razer Gold? It's easier than you think. We've got over 1 million partners and stores around the world, both online and offline, where you can top up your e-wallet with Razer Gold. Don't have a credit card? No problem. Reload your wallet by purchasing these Razer pins. You can easily find them at your nearest convenience store, supermarket chain, or pawn shop. Prefer to do things online? We've got you covered. Reload your wallet with your credit card, internet banking, and even your telco bill via direct carrier billing. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. Now that you're stocked on Razer Gold and you found something you'd like to purchase, here's how you pay with Razer Gold. Click on Pay with Razer at the checkout segment of your purchase. Log into your Razer Gold account and use your wallet balance to check out. If there's insufficient Razer Gold, simply reload your wallet with a specified amount via online banking, credit card, or buying Razer pins from a store. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now.
You're tuned in to the loudest, craziest, and most excited bunch of geeks and nerds on this side of the planet. Commentary, views, news, and reviews of the latest to the greatest of all things pop culture. From comics to toys to video games to anime, cartoons, film, and TV. You're about to dive into everything nerdy and geeky in between. This is BJG.
This is Central Tuna.
This is Captain Mike.
This is Police.
This is Notch.
This is Trickster.
This is Gaming 2.0.
This is for Necruz Jr. And this.
And
This.
This is the G3 Podcast.
Gamers, geeks, and good times.
With Razer Gold, you get more savings and gifts and automatically earn Razer Silver to redeem even more cool gear. It's the best way to get rewarded just for being a gamer. Get started by signing up for a Razer ID on gold.razer.com. Take a moment to verify your account so it's totally secure. And that's it. Here's a sweet deal to get you started. Create an account now and verify, and we'll reward you with 1,000 Razer Silver. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. You love playing games, and you're always hunting for the best deals. Now you can get more back just from the way you pay. Introducing Razer Gold, the virtual credit for games and entertainment that rewards you back. With Razer Gold, you get to enjoy more savings with exclusive deals. Get access to special bonus gifts and in-game items you can't find anywhere else, like unique weapons and skins. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. With every dollar in Razer Gold spent, you'll earn Razer Silver, our rewards program. Just like airline miles, the more you spend, the more you'll earn. Just keep collecting Razer Silver, and once you've got enough, you can redeem it for Razer hardware, games, gift cards, and more. And that's it. Start filling up your e-wallet with Razer Gold and enjoy rewards with every spend. Start getting rewarded and getting more back when you pay with Razer Gold now. So how do you fill up?
Very beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, and all travelers alike. Once again, we are back. My name is JJ, and with me is Jaeger, 27, still not winning a game here. I'm terribly sorry for that. But this is it, the grand finals of our tournament. Are you excited, Jaeger?
I am very excited. I want to see what 27 has in store for us, because we've seen Jocelyn. We know what he's capable of. We know how difficult it is to beat this particular individual. So let's see how he does going up against Not a Weeb. Remember when we saw Not a Weeb, he had a freeze composition, not quite like Jocelyn's. It wasn't a self-sustained team, but it was a freeze and damage team.
Right.
Xingqiu, Ganyu, and Mona. So 27's response to that, let's see what it's going to be and if it's going to be the answer to that particular team as well.
Right, so here we go. We're just going to be waiting for our players to get ready and, connect with each other to get in on the game. But before we head into that, I would like to give shoutouts once again to our sponsors. That is Razer Gold, Basta Game Load, Razer Gold. And, of course, our community partner, that is Android Gamers Philippines. And, of course, our media partners, that is Exosia Project and G3. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Genshin Impact Tensai Invocation TCG Tournament, and we are in at the Grand Finals.
That's right. And so if you just saw our last game, that was the battle for third. Justin has walked away with 749 Genesis Crystals and a Blessing of Welkin's Moon. And we have seen the exit of Mochi, who also gets a Blessing of Welkin. Remember, in our conversation before, everyone in the top 8 gets a Blessing of the Welkin Moon because, well, just so kind.
Yeah, because
why not? There you go.
People, the community has been really great, and, I just wanted to give back to the community that's really great, Not a lot of communities are this great.
It's an overload team for 27. So that's Sino, Bennett, and the Fatui agent. That's a very interesting team. Sino does have some great usage. His kit is more on the likes of getting the ult going as quickly as possible. So I'm excited to see what utility he brings to this.
Yeah, there you go. I'm terribly sorry for that. I have now fixed, the names. There you go.
There you go. So lots of effects that come into play here when you're using Sinnoh. We did see some of that utility used by the Fatui agent when it was against... Who was using that? That was Katemis. That was Katemis. Had a Fatui agent as well, who has some really good utility. For now, we are seeing some prep work being done for Not a Weeb. A little bit of damage done onto Xingqiu, pulling cards, seeing what dice he used. 6 dice left for Not a Weeb. As for 27, he has a couple of moves here available. He has the emergency food kit there as well. That is, of course, not Paimon. Ha ha ha, meta joke from the original lines. We do have extra cards to get pulled there as well, and some extra fire damage that can be done. There's the NRE. Out it comes. And I guess 27 doesn't have to use the extra cards just yet. Will heal up the damage as soon as it comes in, so immediately that's going to be... Sorry, that's not the damage. Every time you use food, you pull another one.
Right,
Thanks to NRE. So there's the... out comes the pizza pie. The mushroom pizza. A little bit extra gets pulled out, and the last move is going to be a little bit more damage onto Xingqiu.
No, yeah, that is for sure. Again, in this point on, we are just going to be waiting for how this 27 is going to be faring off against Not a Weeb, but I guess a bit of the disadvantage is on the side of Not a Weeb, just because of the fact that they already got streamed earlier, and 27, this is going to be the first time that we're going to be seeing them in the stream.
Yeah, it's all brand new information as we jump into this. So there you already have one tick on Sino. I forgot the name of the ability, but he does have an ability.
Right.
And so he definitely has ability. So you can rely on that much.
But you know what I don't like about Sino, and I believe I've already mentioned this to you previously as well. One of the things that I don't really like about Sino, Ayaka, and Yoimiya in Genius Invocation is that they are actually location locked as well. So if you haven't played a specific quest in Inazuma, I haven't. You can't really like unlock their cards yet, but you know, with that being said, well, 27 is doing prep work right now. With this, here comes the burst as well from the Bennett.
So this is an interesting deck coming from 27. It's almost sustained. His focus on keeping his units up is the food. As much as possible, though, his main goal is to get the damage going. And that's why, ever since his first round, you've been seeing him, as much as possible, trying to do consistent damage. Look at all the free food he has available here. Do keep in mind, you can only use one bit of food per round, per character. So you can use all three, but you can only use them on each character once. And so, once again, if you use this card for the extra damage, the extra die off of his normal attack, he can try and break through the shield. He'll pull a pyro dice.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to focus on healing up instead. That's going to be providing a little bit of HP now, a little bit of HP later as well.
Yeah, again, especially with the help of NRE, just using this food will allow them to get another food here. But look at that damage coming in from that of the I was about to say coming in from the Boken, coming in from the Bennett rather. Going to be able to get the Vaporize, get in 3 HPs into the Xingqiu, and man, Nadaweave is currently on a disadvantage right now.
And here we go, switch over to Sino, and that's going to be the end of the round.
Mm-hmm. There you go, some healings once again because of the food that got used in earlier in the round, but there goes the double card. Sorry, I have to say that is 27 was able to get in Pot of Greed.
Yeah, that's the 2-card pull.
I forgot the name of the card, but I do know that it is Pot of Greed, right?
Yeah, it's the Kokumi double pull.
Kokumi double pull. Yeah. So,
the Pot of Kokomi.
The Pot of Kokomi, which allows us to draw 2 additional cards. Here you go. Another food is going to be popped up here, coming in from 27. And of course, here comes a Passion Overlord to put in some Pyro Infliction into the side of Nadaweave, putting down Ganyu into 5 HP. But we have to remember that Nadaweave here does have access to, Xingqiu's Burst. Right? The effects of the burst rather, and with that being said, Ganyu's attack, if Nadaweave does have all the resources here, would get easy freeze, and just as I have said, that is it. The freeze into the Bennett just to try to stop 27 from pushing out so much damage.
Let's see how long Nadaweave can keep himself built up here, because 4 HP on Xingqiu, 8 HP on Ganyu, and now the next target is going to be Mona as well. But of course, nice hit there, some good damage splashed over, and a freeze onto 2 of them as well. And so your only real move there is to switch on over to Sinnoh, who currently doesn't have any moves available, can do a normal attack, but no application of Electro. And so the Overload, not going to be happening. Does do some decent damage when it can. Nothing available here for Nadaweave. Gonna have to end that turn. Does make a free switch, and that uses up the turn. And if he wants, he can end the turn here. But no, he wants to use his normal attack. Fair enough. There's the Electro as well. Thanks to those ticks that have been building up. So down to 7. Good damage done by 27 across all of Nadaweave's characters.
Yeah, and definitely oh wow, the HP is now back up as well for Nadaweave, I'd have to say. Here we go. Another reroll here for both of the players, of course, as we are now entering our next round. This is a beautiful, beautiful role here for Not a Weeb, essentially being able to make use of everything of their arsenal after the roll, but into the side of 27, it's a bit on the down low. But look at that, here comes the summon once again from the Mona.
Can be incredibly useful for Not a Weeb to do that post round damage. But here you go. Fast slash switch over and another summon. And so some decent damage is going to be applied here after each round, and that does some good damage to everyone on the other side there as well. And so the response here, Bennett does have an ult ready, and so I think he's going to use that burst, get some HP back up. And there you go, fantastic voyage down. No damage done onto Ganyu, but some HP recovered. And there is a free switch available, but that would mean no damage potentially output. So yeah, instead it's going to use that, do the damage, get the bonus off the fact that Bennett has his ult available. Oh, right. Or does he not? Does he use his Pot of Kokomi?
The Pot of Kokomi to get 2 additional cards from my deck. It's not going to be used.
No, instead he wants to use his elemental skill. So yeah. 5 damage done, 4, 4, and 7, and I'd say that was a pretty good round from 27. It was a good round, Not a Weeb, because there's still damage to be done right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Here comes the damage coming in from the Ganyu summon that is going to apply damage across the board. But of course, only Ben is going to get afflicted by the affliction. Let's see the roll here. Quite looking kind of bad here for the side of 27. Given how they are only going to be able to like make use of like what 3, and we might probably see Pot of Kokomi be be used here in this round, in this turn rather, just because they don't have that much of resources to spend.
Absolutely could. It would be it never hurts to have more cards.
Yeah.
It's so interesting seeing people using Bennett as their main source of damage.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're like, what do you call this? Playing like the regular Genshin Impact, you mostly see Bennett as, only as a support, a Boken da Boken. But,
exactly.
In this game,
he's there to afflict Pyro and get your HP back up and give that bonus so you get those big numbers for your Genshin reels. But here, he's a main DPS and he keeps dishing out the damage.
It's well, he does what he do, He does what he do, Yugi. And there you have it. Here comes the food, and finally going to be able to take down this Ganyu, Not a Weeb, taking the first blow in the game.
And that is that's the forced switch onto Mona as well because of the overload. And for one more die, could technically use that ult, but instead wants to go for straight up damage, and that's 7 off the back of the fact that he does have the last voyage available on top of that hit. Doesn't even have to use the ult to get this damage out. Switches out this die, switches out another one. His ult's available.
Wow.
And are you going to use that as well? This is why it's called a bomb team, because when you can save up all the right dice, you can absolutely smash the opposition in one turn. And he just got 3 kills in 1 round.
Man, 27 is on a different kind of roll here. Back to us. That was...
Now we understand. Now you kind of get it, how he beat Justin. Because it only takes 1 turn.
Okay, well, now I guess I know now how... here's the thing, right? Like, 27 just gave me the motivation to get in Inazuma and get my Sino,
The thing is, actually, Sino's from Sumeru, so
Right.
you may have a little bit longer to get there, actually, and I'm so sorry to tell you that. I was like, oh
Yeah,
no.
look at this, right?
Oh, no.
all of our
You have to
viewers
play
right
the
now.
full game. It's all good.
All of our viewers right now is saying, "Hey, look at this! JJ hasn't played a game." Yeah,
You know what?
Yeah.
He's esports oriented, okay? And
No
TCG is
worries.
esport he was waiting for. That is why.
Yeah.
All he was waiting for was the TCG.
No, yeah, for sure. Like TCG, don't have to play the entire game, but it could definitely help. Especially how there are a lot of cards that are location locked in the game. Sorry, locked even, and I'll do it tonight. I promise you guys, I'll do it tonight. No worries. But with that being said, I think we're just getting ready for our next game.
That's so sweet. Did you see the message? GG, bro, really strong.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can see why you beat Justin's infinite sustain. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That
Yeah, like
is some
everyone, right?
respect.
Everyone has been looking towards Jocelyn because again, Jocelyn hasn't lost one. Well, I mean, they lost once, in the top cup, but other than that, before that, right? They haven't lost a single game.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
And this is what I love, right? This is what I love about the community of Genshin Impact that we have right now. They have a different kind of respect towards each player, right? Compared to
No,
like
you don't. You go.
no, you don't wait. Just do it. Not a weeb. Do it. Do it.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, there you go.
No, yeah, again, so these kinds of players, while they are like, having a lot of like trash talks, you could say, but well, honestly, they're just like, friendly banters. I'd say they have a different kind of respect amongst each other, whereas I wouldn't say that other players of other games does have against their opponents. It's just like, okay, your opponent one time, it's up to you, goodbye. But these players, our Genshin Impact players, is just beautiful to see. I am very thankful to be in this, to host this and be able to, meet this community of Genshin Impact.
It's like the nicest side almost. It feels like the nicest side.
Right. Again, even there's like players that already has been taken out in a tournament. They have been thinking of that and again just respecting them all across. But again, going back into the game, this might be the final game that we have for tonight, as 27 already has 1 point ahead of Not a Weave, and if 27 once again wins, then that is it. The grand champion of Tensai Invocation, which, by the way, is still, I'd have to say, is a very genius naming of a tournament, right? Right? Yeah, you agree? Yeah.
Tensai Invocation. That's a great name.
Yeah, it is. It is the the Japanese of genius. So yeah,
It's a genius invocation.
Yeah, the game mode is Genius Invocation, right?
And then it's Tensai Invocation, which means genius Guys,
Yeah.
do you get it? Do you know how much work went into this name?
Huh? Yeah. You get it, huh?
How much work went into it? Oh my goodness. There it is.
Anyway, going
Exchanging normal attack blows.
back.
8 for 8. Singshu for Bennett. The two that they are generally off field, but here they are on the field at all times.
No, yeah, and right now Bennett going with okay. Never mind. Back to roll phase because we are on the roll phase once again. But like, look at that roll. The first roll from 27 looking pretty bad.
Yeah, to switch out the entire pull. The second one's no better. He's got 4 Geo pulls. That's not great.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 Geo pulls, 1 Electro, 3 Omni Dice, 1 Cryo, which, well, they're not going to be using anyway, and 1 Dendro. I mean, yeah, sure, they have the bestest travel companion, but even then, I feel like if they do use it now, it's just going to be a feel of a waste because, again, they haven't set up their cards yet. Well, there we go.
This is all just to use Boken to Boken. That
Right.
is as soon as that comes out. But yeah, there you can see
Oh,
the
there we
card
go.
pull switches out another one as well. Yeah, that's the ult coming out. That's going to be a little bit of damage, a little bit of healing. But once again, what you're looking for is that huge damage boost that we got to see on Sino when he managed to pull a 5-hit and then a 7-hit and then
Mhm.
clear the entire team.
Fantastic Voyage is going to be used here, you know, and getting in the buffs as well with the thumbs up. Make sure you thumbs up this stream as well. Make sure you like it. So, you know, you will get the chance to win more of a giveaways later on after this game.
There you go. There's a little, I mean, a good reason for you guys to stick around here, as yeah, that could be some good damage from Bennett if he wants to apply that.
Yeah. But here you
He's
go.
thinking, what do I switch out?
Or what
This is
do I-
another good thing, right? When you keep pulling food, you can keep switching out those dice.
Yeah.
That's a really smart way to get around just putting up the card so you can so that you can keep going for rerolls, because that doesn't guarantee anything. At least
yeah.
with NRE and all these food pulls, you can switch whatever you want. There you go, 4 damage done, and
That's quick
that should be
work.
the end of 27's turn. Not a weeb. I'm not sure what he does yet. A fast switch on over, and try and get a freeze off maybe. Just do some big damage. He wants to do the AoE damage. Instead, he's going to go for the shield. There's a freeze. There's a shield. That should be the end of 27's turn. He can use some of the food to get Bennett back up a little bit. He will put down the traveling salesman,
Liben.
Liben, who gives you primo gems in exchange for
Yeah.
apples and pine cones and berries.
Which,
Generous
in all honesty-
guy.
Yeah, which in all honesty is quite a huge thing, especially with the scarcity of like primo gems in the game as well, right?
Thank you, Mihoyo.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Bring back Liben. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. What was the name of the what was the name of the event again? Mysterious something.
Yeah, the mysterious traveling salesman, I think.
So yeah, something like that. Yeah. See, yeah, guys, yeah, we played the game. What do you mean? Yeah,
we
Yeah.
know things.
we know the game. Yeah, it's not that we're just playing TCG. No, we actually play the game.
No,
No.
I don't know how many hours I've sunk into Genshin, but I've played every day since October of 2020.
Oh, that's about like the first batch as well. But speaking of the first batch, we now does have the Fantastic Voyage coming in from Bennett, you know, ready to be popped up at any given moment. Actually, no, not quite yet, because like they don't have enough elemental dice in order to get that one up, unless they would go
double
in
freeze.
for
Oh, no, it's just the one.
elemental tuning to get that burst. But
Well, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Frozen,
now.
yeah.
Pabilipong yelo is what Not a Weave has said. And there goes.
Oh, smart move.
Nice.
Try and save some of the try and limit the damage by switching
So
to
shielded.
your character that has shield from
Yep.
the get-go.
Yep. Beautiful smart play coming in from 27. And even then, right? Even if the Fatui agent gets attacked or gets in some damage, look at the amount of healing cards that 27 has. Here we go. Elemental tuning is gonna be played here, or no. Can get in one extra dice here with a card, pyro card, but never mind. It's going to be an elemental pyro. Okay, here comes the skill, dishing out 2 damage into the Mona. And with that being said as well, they're going to have access to their burst.
You can actually switch out some of those just to get a nice big hit
Yeah.
onto Mona here.
Here we go, Ganyu. And there's a 4 more of the elemental dice here, but like, I don't think they're gonna be able to do a lot here unless they do elemental tune in, and of course we have one free pyro. But at this point on, I think they should just save up this card going over to the next round, because otherwise they still won't be able to like attack without, well, sacrificing a lot of their food for elemental tuning, which would be quite a waste, really. Never mind. They chose violence today and goes in for the
just a regular
attack.
hit.
Yes, sir.
That's actually pretty smart. At least you get to use your dice there. Although, is switching out... Was that a switch out? Yeah, that is going to be the pull for the... You get one hit on each one. You can't do more than that because you're going to eat once per round, but...
Yeah.
Good way to get some food back in. You actually can replenish some of the HP on Bennett as well.
Right.
So, pretty smart move from 27.
Yeah, 27 has been making me eat my words, thinking that, hey, JJ, I still have some moves here.
Oh, we got another hit! What?
Oh! Went in for that elemental tune-in, and with its normal attack as well, only requiring one pyro dice and one, well, colorless, I'd say, doesn't matter what color that is, allows it to just bring down this Ganyu. Beautiful stuff coming in from 27.
I thought he was using a kind of food to reduce the cost of each normal attack there. But I thought it only happens for one normal attack. I seemed to have carried over that he was able to hit, like, 3 times with a normal attack, 2 or 3 times with a normal attack. He's just lost his biggest damage dealer. And now it's Xingqiu on 3 HP, Mona on 7, with Pyro applied, and Sino is still on 8 HP, hasn't been used yet. At 27, doesn't even feel pressure to switch. He just keeps on using the Fatui agent. That's -4, and that's the shield gone as well.
No, yeah, and at the same time, right, like, the Fatui agent having that Hydro affliction as well is going to give a very hard time against the Xingqiu and Mona, given how the properties are of the Hydro afflictions in this game. But look at that, here comes some healing once again coming into that of the Bennett. NRE, of course, to get one more food. There we go. Switching into Bennett to, potentially make this Fatui agent survive.
Has the card form of the burst attack as well, so you get a bonus effect when you use the card as opposed to just using it straight up. So he can use one of his bits of food to switch over. Does have 5 available dice right now, so not a weeb. Can try and do some damage here. Can actually take out Bennett. There's a heal up. Can get a hit and then let the rest of that burst hit. He can actually clear Bennett here, which would be good. So there's a hit, -2, and there's the burst, -2. There goes Bennett. There's a free switch over to Sino, but he switches back over to the Fatui agent. So he's going to try and apply that Pyro, and that's a juicy hit, -4. He is going to apply food first before he does that, and now he's going to hit that Xingqiu. So down to 1 HP. The shield is not going to be enjoying that. It's going to disappear as well. And can actually switch over one more piece. Can actually get another normal hit off.
Yeah, and at the same time, we haven't seen 27 use Sino quite yet. And look at that, Elemental Tune is going to be popped up here to dish out one more normal hit. And there you have it. The food was from earlier, right? From the earlier round. The food was just used to reduce the, reduce the amount of dice needed to attack. But then, the elemental tuning was used as well in order to get that pyro requirement still. But going down into this round might be the final round, really, for this match. It is 27 getting in a reroll here for 4 of that. Okay, beautiful stuff here for the rolls for 27. However, into the side of Not a Weeb, they do have a lot of resources to expend here just to get more more Omni dice here to put up something. But that is going to be the burst being popped up, but that's not going to be a lot.
So this should be the last move. Not a weeb has to either end the turn here,
Right.
and then 27 can switch over to Sino and do the damage, or gets the kill onto the Fatui, free switch over to Sino, and then he does the damage and wins the game.
Right.
So I think this is actually 27 hitting the finish line. There goes the Fatui agent. Up comes Sino.
Oh.
Now we have seen this situation before. Does get hit by the Hydro. There's no available reactions there. We'll pick up a bit of food to do some extra damage on the elemental skill.
And there you go.
Exactly 6. And 27 is
Ooh.
your champion for the Tensai Invocation.
Very beautiful stuff here. Congratulations to 27 for winning. Once again, our very first Genshin Impact TCG Tensai Invocation game, winning 2-0 in our grand finals. Beautiful stuff.
There you go. 3,280 Genesis crystals and a blessing of Welkins straight towards 27, who absolutely earned them in this tournament. 1419 as a commiseration prize for Not a Weeb, who got second place. And all in all, I think every player really brought it to this tournament.
Yeah.
But genius team, really strong burst damage team from 27.
No, yeah, and with that being said, I'm really excited to see more of our tournaments here, more of the players as well, and more of the community of Genshin Impact play on our TCG tournaments sometime soon. And yes, I'm already teasing you guys that this is not going to be the final one. This is not going to be the only one, as there is still going to be a lot more Genshin Impact TCG over to Ranita Esports Network. And once again, it's not going to be possible as well without our sponsors. That is Razer Gold, Basta Game Load, Razer Gold, and of course our media partners as well. That is G3 and Exosia Project, and likewise, our community partner, that is Android Gamers Philippines. So thank you very much for being part of us here. Once again, we have your casters. My name is JJ, and with me is Jagger. This has been, the beautiful grand finals, and of course, without, we don't want to end this without you guys not getting something. So with that being said, we're going to have another giveaway as was earlier. We gave away 5 Blessing of the Welcome Moons, but this time we are going to be giving away 5 Genesis Crystals. But before that giveaway, first off, we have another interview, and this time we're going to be interviewing 27, the winner of this tournament.
All right, 27.
Just like the damage he's dealt, in one turn or something. I might be exaggerating here, but that was quick. That grind finals was a quick one. It's like one Jocelyn game is equal to the entire grand finals. You know what I mean?
You got that right. That was a decisive battle. That was a decisive win. 2-0 for 27, who took the championship and won tonight's event. We would love to get to hear from the man himself. Are you there, 27?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Kamusta ka? How are you, man? You powered through the tournament and won the grand finals with such a decisive battle. How do you feel right now, man?
Actually, nanginig pa ako eh. From battle na laban kay Jesslyn.
Yeah.
Ang tagal ng laban namin na matchup namin. Then, nagkaroon pa nung kay... Eto nga. Kay Natwib.
Yeah, speaking of Jocelyn, I'm really curious because we've seen Jocelyn play on broadcast twice, and heavy sustain, heavy heavy stalling composition. I'm just curious, paano mo na siya natalo? And then after that, na-sweep mo pa si Natawib. What was your strategy?
I was just waiting for the right rounds, right cards, ganon. Actually, yung kay Bennett, yung signature card niya, hinihintay ko lang siya eh. Then after na, magsiswitch ka na kay Sino for given na si Sino meron siyang 4 stacks, at least 4 stacks.
then with the Bendit ult, tapos sign on normal attacks, tapos with the ang tawag doon yung food that lessens your normal attack dice. Ayan. OTK.
Yeah. So, being champion ka na, nanalo ka ng Genesis Crystals, kanino mo gagamitin yun? May
Kay Focalor.
role?
Kay Focalor.
So may balak na pala siyang paggamitan ng prices niyan.
Meron na.
Kay Hydro Archon.
Hydro Archon, yun. Alright.
Nice.
DJ, got any more questions?
Yeah, just a couple more. So now that you've been crowned champion for tonight's run, do you plan on further building your deck, improving it, or do you think this deck is just right enough to get you into the next tournament that they will be having?
Well, actually, meron akong couple of decks dito eh. Wait, check ko ilan. Meron ako ibang deck.
Okay.
Itong Sign is parang trial lang siya. Meron akong about 1, 2, 3, 4 decks.
4 decks. Okay.
Yes.
And you think this is the best one for this tournament? Or is there something better?
Actually, nag-trial and error lang ako kay Sign for the OTK. Puro OTK decks yung
you
setup.
won a tournament through trial and error. What a chat!
Ay, pangalan ng deck ko is Trial.
Trial. Oh my
Trial deck.
Yes.
All right,
deck.
man. So one last thing. Give a shout out to anybody that you want to have. You deserve this night. You deserve first prize, and you deserve that decisive win. So if you have anything like your last words for the evening before we end tonight, the stage is yours. 27.
Ayun. Shout out dun sa mga nakalaban ko. Good game. Then dun sa friend ko si Juan Carlo. Ayun. Thank you and good game.
All right.
All right, good game.
All right, I'm gonna have one last question. Ngayong champion ka na, anong masasabi mo sa mga players na alam mo ngayon gusto ka nang i-challenge?
Yeah.
Huwag yung gaganyan masyado.
Humble.
Kinakabahan talaga ako. Nanginig ako from Justin.
All right.
Well, you got it sealed, and you won decisively. And I'm going to keep saying that for the evening. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your champion for the Tensai Invocation Tournament. And that is 27 winning the grand prize for this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure getting to know the champions and all the other players. Thank you very much. And that is it. This is me, BJG of the G3 podcast. That is General Tuna. And we're going to be sending you back over to JJ Kun and Jaeger. Take us home, buddies. Thank you for having us. And bring the show down for us, baby.
Here you go. Thank you very much for that, Sir BJ and Sir General Tuna. Once again, guys, this has been the tournament Tensai Invocation. My name is JJ, and with me is Jaeger. Congratulations once again to 27th for winning this tournament.
Thank you.
And man, napakagandang nangyari for this day, Jaeger. What can you say?
No matter how unbeatable one of these TCG players looks, there's always something a little bit better. And apparently you can win on trial and error as well. So even if you think that you can't take the fight to these players, you never know. You might just put together a team and it might be the very best in the tournament.
No, yeah, for sure. And, 27 proved us to us, and man, it's just quite beautiful to watch. And again, I would love to see more of these trial and error decks. Sure, we believe you, bro. We believe you. But, again, we'd love to see more of this when we come back for more tournaments. So make sure you follow our page, Ranita Esports Network, and make sure you join our Discord server. That is discord.gg /Ranita Esports for more updates for our tournaments. And again, we have your casters. This has been Tensai Invocation. My name is JJ, and with me is Jaeger, and we would love to see you for more Genshin Impact TCG action only here at Ranita Esports Network. Peace.